Hello and welcome to the Cobalt Cafe. Today we are playing Upsilon Transcending, a GURPS 4th edition superheroes game set on a Pacific island in an alternate history where most of the people are superheroes and most of the world is fascist as balls. We have got in any old order, Terra.
Hey, I'm Tara. I play Lily, and yeah, see how well I do tonight as a player.
We've got James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Sigrid the Berserker.
Berserker.
Sigrid.
We've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I'm playing Violet tonight, and I think she's going to flirt with the old guys.
We've got Z Warrior.
Hey, I'm the warrior. I play Myers, the skeleton boy.
We've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Efrath. I play for you Lucius, the 2D detective.
Check out those problems in Flatland, bro. And we've got Colin.
Hi, I'm Colin. I play Guy, the time traveler, and tonight he's going to be a little bit of a spy. Maybe.
And we would normally have Jared, but he's not here today. So Matthias is off doing whatever Matthias does, nerd stuff most likely. Last week we had a bit of a pickup session, caught up on some in-betweensy scenes. You visited a purveyor of clandestine merchandise. Purchased some clandestine merchandise
I'm a reputable businessman.
from a very reputable businessman. You gained some information from him. One was about a group of metahumans who are not happy about the new legitimized vigilantism, and he thought that they were called the League of Villains. He also pointed you in the direction of his dumpster, which contained flyers for the Human Empowerment League, a group of humans who don't feel safe around this many metahumans, especially when they're empowered to fight crime with all the power. And they essentially seek to level the playing field by making humans stronger with technology, making it easier for humans to defend themselves against a metahuman. You followed the lead for the untoward meta-sounding folks into a residential block in Langdharma, at an Irish pub, where he caught upon a conversation between a couple of big, beefy, broody, scaly brothers. Like elephant skin. Tailed them to their apartment. It sounded like they were actually planning on bombing someone. And it sounded like they've already been maybe doing some attacks on the sly against certain people. But you busted in, beat them up, called surf and hightailed it out of there. And I think we said that had happened on Wednesday evening, I believe.
I think so.
Lily had gotten stuck at Horizon because the area where you'd claimed that office was finally getting repurposed, and the higher-ups discovered that you were in there, like with your name on the desk and door even.
I mean, he said everything in there was mine.
Yeah, everything in here. So, we need the room. Can you get this desk out, please?
How much does it weigh?
A couple £100.
Yeah, no problem. I'll lift it over my head. Work on it.
It's just like kind of watches as you lift it up like it's a feather. Frowns, steps back. You have to kind of bend it to get it through door.
No, I'll just bamf it out of there.
Oh, whoop.
It's under like 350 pounds. I'm
Yep.
good.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Door frame's not a problem. Oh my god, you should start a removal company.
Thank you.
Kiki's removals. That's amazing. This guy'll just, yeah. He'll be muttering that to himself for 10 minutes after you've left with that desk.
I don't know where it is. It's probably in the little middle of our dining room or something. No, it's my mom's new birthday present. Holiday present.
He might track you down. That guy's probably in charge of moving in the next desk.
It's,
But yes, it will be in Mila's office, and I will leave a note saying, "I heart you. This was for you,
alrighty.
because I'm a good daughter."
Pretty sure Sigrid was laying down pipe all night, and Guy were off being sneaky.
Either that, or over the course of those 3 days, we rolled for that project.
Project.
Her new axe.
Oh, aye. Did I?
She's...
I probably told you to wait to roll, didn't I? Or did you already roll?
No, we did the rolls together
Cool.
after there was a success.
I forget 70% of everything at least.
Okay.
So cool.
Yes.
Yep.
We had done the rolls.
And the invitation
had-
was pretty much we're going shopping, so you would have just been like busy.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Ugh. Ugh. And Lucius got some pretty big news just yesterday evening.
Yep.
That
He's at war now.
Laura is pregnant. And that fairy you met on that island thinks that baby's hers. And she's going to be taking it when it's born.
Yeah, Lucius has been trying to research about fairies, and
Fairy lore.
I'm not sure when Lily would be free for Lucius to talk to him.
Lucius is definitely concerned about paternity rights and perhaps getting a fairy attorney.
Like, as soon if you mention this to her, you're gonna get a fucking earful of "I fucking told you so."
You're gonna get back at I did nothing out of it.
You did so much.
I did nothing. I gave her a fucking mint. That's what the reply is gonna say.
No, you did not. She gave you a favor, and then you left an open-ended favor for payment. What the hell did you think was gonna happen?
Definitely not stealing my baby.
That's Fairy 101, damn it!
I don't know
What do you-
about fairies. I'm not from that part of Europe.
Ask Sigrid about it. She will tell you all about the elves and the fairies.
Okay, still gonna need your help because you seem to know a little bit more about this thing that also a lot of the people here. So, let me know whenever
Details.
you're
Oh
free.
my god. Okay, fine.
And he's gonna go and look for Secret.
Aye. Well, we
But-
may as well have you all meet up. Let's say it's this
The
Friday.
day before.
Oh no, yeah. If you want to go a bit earlier, still we can still call it Thursday evening.
Or Friday morning. Whatever. 'Cause what time was the party?
The party will they kind of start up at around about 7. Not many people will be
Yeah.
arriving for then.
Yeah, nobody shows up until 9.
But the
Except you guys.
yeah
The press needs to be there.
Yeah, that's true.
the press
So this sounds
brief
like
will
a noon on Friday conversation while we're getting dressed up and ready.
Sure.
pretty much press brief is at 6 p.m. And I don't think any of you have lectures that run that late on a Friday. In fact, Friday's it's another internship day.
Yeah, I don't think I have any classes on Fridays.
But at Horizon and with Lily's role there at minute, you'll be able to skip out the entire day if you wanted, Lily. And
I'll make appearances so people will be like, yeah, she was here.
you should pop in and out at a couple of points throughout the day. It takes you
I
like
mean,
10
yeah,
minutes.
it's just one of those things where it's like I'm vamping around. Even if they just hear the noise, they'll be like, yeah, she's been around.
You just give a tape recorder. And put
It's
it-
easy. Just go to Bamf in,
and then
put
like,
a box of donuts down, Bamf out.
I do love the idea of giving an owl a tape recorder just to cover for you.
But yes.
Aye, aye. Audrey will have.
I will arrange for a cover as well.
Yeah, I'm
So
sure.
that Violet-
Yup. Because Audrey would need to be at the research centre until like 5ish, but I'm sure Violet will be able to. Violet's going with Sigrid and Lily, though, right?
correct.
Uh huh.
Oh
Yes, I
yeah,
think-
clothes shopping.
No, like showing up with them as
showing
your
up. Right. Yeah.
interpreter.
No, she's my personal assistant.
Yeah, there you go.
She's an
opposite.
agent from the PR firm that exclusively represents Sigrid.
Okay.
I mean, also personal assistant. So,
I mean, that could just be your career, Audrey, by the way, being a PR for supers.
I'm definitely against that being my career.
Mostly because it'd like bring in cents on the dollar compared to the residuals she gets from other shit anyway, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
But anyway.
your career and how you make money don't have to have anything to do with each other.
That's fair
I think
enough.
this is like somewhere between 2 to 5 o'clock that we're all getting prepped.
Likewise, shall I take us to, do you want the office or the rink?
Office, probably.
Yeah, the office is for mask work.
Mask work.
So what is the actual plan?
This is an info gathering mission.
As long as I can get inside, I can eavesdrop, plant a couple of Garth's bugs, and maybe, root around in drawers and desks and closets and things without being detected.
Can schmooze. I got actually. I need to roll 3d6. See how tired I am today. Do I still have those minuses, Luke? I assume.
Almost definitely, yeah.
How much were they again? I don't remember.
Let me double check. Not a terrible roll, so no penalties to DX or IQ, but you'll be wanting to fall asleep from about midnight for sure.
Okay. I got a full 5 hours of sleep yesterday.
Which is
I'm fine.
pretty good.
I mean, maybe take a nap this afternoon.
Fine.
You could probably pull that off.
Okay, so how much risk should we be taking then?
Trying
Probably.
to find a snake that's corrupting our country from the inside. I'd say I'm willing to take some risk.
You three have your official cover, so you should probably take the least risk.
So low to moderate risk, I might be able to give you guys let you wander around without being seen by the security.
Sold.
But it is it's low to moderate risk.
I not much of spy, but I do make good distraction.
I don't think
That
we want your
thing-
type of distraction.
No, I point
No.
towards it and say in
I've been
that
to
thing,
many
she's gonna be a really
parties.
good distraction.
I have been to many party in my home village get wild.
I mean, her goal
I
is
not
legitimate.
necessarily have to fight someone.
You just need to impress people, or at least be remembered.
Make an impression on people.
I feel as though people on Nirvana already have an impression of me.
I mean, a little bit.
And then she'll like hit the play button on the VCR next to her, and it'll just be like, "Killing Christians."
Recorded it.
Recorded it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was recorded and gets played because Audrey's like, "This? Don't say this."
Yeah.
It got turned
that's
into
probably-
a PowerPoint presentation.
I know this shouldn't bother me, but Sigrid, you're not in the room.
What? Oh, sorry.
It's so stupid, but
Oh, something else that I'll warn you about now. Updated dynamic lighting with restricted vision. Your eyeballs come out the bottom of your token now, rather than the top of your head.
that's weird.
Yeah, obviously
Okay.
not a problem here. I think when I first started using Roll20 dynamic lighting like that, I wanted it to come out the bottom. And I think instinctively more people generally do.
Yeah,
Whatever.
actually,
It comes out of our butts now.
yeah.
But yeah, it'll feel a bit weird for a while. It definitely felt weird when I was posing tokens earlier. That's just a warning for the future. Another thing is, what kind of information were you hoping to gain, or, you know, what?
I think this is a two-pronged thing. We're digging for information on what the hell Chozan or Tenzin was doing. Tenzin, with the Yakuza, and if he's up to some shit.
Uh-huh. Because you've got
And
video of him visiting the fighting ring that the Yakuza ran.
And giving a buttload of money to get an envelope.
Correct, he did exchange a buttload of money for an envelope.
He was also on our short list of just suspects in general.
Yeah. And then I think the second one was we know that there's a guy from the CBD who is, like an American super spy influencer. And we need to figure out who that is. And so, Swanky Party, where a lot of those people are, is a good place to do that.
Cool.
Am I missing anything, guys, or was that the?
Well, just the tertiary, like anything that might be incriminating in any way in case we might need it in the future.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, I think the other thing that we had discussed was we don't necessarily have a lot of specifics in mind. We're just kind of at a swanky party with sus people.
We're fishing.
Gone fishing.
Pretty much.
I should tell you a bit more about the house. It is an above ground, almost French chateau style, but much smaller. It's nestled in the woods in a little clearing a little south of the central business district. Not central business district, research centre. Up on the cliffs there. It's actually not that long a walk from where Sigrid got chopped up by the ninja that time. And
Okay.
it's a strange design. It does not have indoor plumbing. Chozon has lived a very agrarian lifestyle there for the past 30 years, barely using the property except for yearly. It was built for him, and then he chose to more live in its gardens and grounds and let them turn back into nature. But his son does use the property quite a bit.
Is it that one along the road there? Very right side of the picture?
I don't know. Is there a picture?
Yeah, of the research center.
Let me have a look. Handouts, locations. Let's bigger that up a little bit.
You click on it, it goes full screen.
Whereabouts in the image? Oh,
Like
north
very
right.
touch toward. Yeah, the very very right there, where there's just like looks like a house.
Yeah,
all by itself.
It could very easily be that. It almost definitely is. Nice. That's convenient. Yeah, that's like exactly where I put it on the main map.
Like right here-ish, I think it is.
Oh, is it further over?
Yeah. I think so. If we follow down that curvy road. Yeah, it'd be like somewhere. I think it might be that building right there. Anyway.
I think we might have been looking at different things just then. Oh well.
Oh well. But yes, there is a house in that area.
Yeah. And it's a kind of weird house that's not used much except for this party, pretty much. I think Tenzin spends most of his time on a boat and off island.
The sun?
Yeah. Whereas Chosen spends most of his time in a tent in the garden.
Cool beans.
So Friday
I think I
afternoon.
hardly once I never get to use this skill.
Oops.
Let me use it.
Go to some
See how well I
makeup.
do
You are doing makeup, and you do some great makeup.
for everybody.
Makeup for everybody. Very
Yeah,
nice.
the word makeup, and then weird droid pops up and just shoots a gun at everybody.
Nice.
Women will be
That's
told what they
professional.
want, is what it says as it shoots you in the face.
This is a professional job. This is like, wedding makeup.
Great opportunity to talk to Sigrid, Lucius. You are in the same room, and it is not long after that previous conversation you had.
He is reading one of those books about elder fairy mythology, and he rests up his face, asking, looking at Sigrid. Sigrid, are fairies weak to iron or silver? Getting both mixed up messages here.
Iron. Fairy, not like iron.
Okay, iron. Good, good. And it also says salt or sugar. Apparently, I gotta toss them in front of them for some reason. I'm not sure if it's either or it has to be specific salt or specific sugar.
They're gonna like raise an eyebrow and look over at you and like, why you ask these questions?
Because he's in. As she's putting Audrey's makeup on.
You cut off, but I'm guessing the cut off was
Because
idiots.
he's an idiot. Because he's an idiot as she's putting on Violet's makeup.
He's gonna frown and then look at Siri, really angry about the whole situation as he just flips over another page in the book, saying, "Because Laura is pregnant, and that damn fairy told me yesterday that she was gonna steal my kid. I'm not gonna have. If I need to go to
Right.
work against the whole fairy realm, I gotta do it."
Why fairy say she take your kid?
I don't know because I gave her
you-
a mint or something.
You make deal of some kind?
No, I went with Lily to get some information, but then it just suddenly decided that she was gonna take my kid, and I'm not gonna have it.
No. What you did, my friend, was you asked for information, and then she asked what you would give in payment, and then you left it open-ended.
What was I supposed to ask from a fairy? I don't want anything
You
from
asked a question. No, you asked a question, and you didn't. And she gave you the information, and you left it open-ended. Payment. That was your problem.
Yes, I
You-
was expecting to give them a mint, packet
you
of mint,
take-
maybe some cakes.
you-
Not my
you-
baby.
You take favor from fairy?
You were
I-
there,
Oh,
Sigrid.
you are. Oh, I remember. Yeah, you are idiots. Good luck.
Gee, thanks, Sigrid. What did I even thought you would be able to help me with this?
The only
Jesus.
way you can get out of this situation, man, is if we have to come up with a better deal and wheel and deal. Because if you try to fight her on this, I can guarantee you she will murder you.
I mean, it might cost you like dozens of minutes.
Dozens of babies.
You 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 not change deal with fairy and take lightly.
I did not even knew I was making a deal. And if you knew something, Lily, you could have told me before this happened.
Did when it was happening.
You did told me to ask the fairy about it.
And
Any-
anyway, we'll deal with this situation later. I'll talk to her.
You've got 9 months.
By the
We're
way,
not gonna
congratulations,
take
you
9 months
dolt.
for this. Hmm.
Or 8.5, you know.
But yes, congratulations on your baby, you dolt.
Later. We finish the war against the fairies first.
Yeah, it's not his
You'll
baby
figure
yet.
it out. This is good news.
I'm just picturing Guy like reading a magazine, trying to ignore this entire conversation.
I mean, I don't know anything about fairies.
Do you not have fairies on your spaceships?
No, I'm pretty sure the demons ate them all.
Also, babies
Wait,
are probably.
Can I tell her to stop or the demon was gonna come and eat her? Nah, that's a stupid plan.
Have you
Now,
considered
hold-
sticking your girlfriend on the ferry?
Sorry,
Oh God.
you sound kind of muffled there. What do you say?
Have you considered sticking your girlfriend upon the ferry?
I'm sorry, I'm not.
Set Laura on the
Sticking,
ferry.
turning loose.
Oh. No, I'm pretty sure that's gonna just make things worse.
That'd involve telling his girlfriend that somehow he has given their baby to a fairy.
I did not
Lucius?
give my baby to a fairy.
Lucius, what we'll do is after the party next week or during sometime this week, you and I will head down there and we'll talk to her and we're gonna figure this out, okay? But for now, get your head in the game. We need you to be Shadow Spy Boy, okay?
See, for you to say, it's not your kid. He's just gonna close up the book and then light up a cigarette.
Maya, so you actually here?
Think so.
Cool.
Yeah, I think he was gonna tag along with Sigrid.
Anything to add?
You can always say the kid isn't yours.
That's good advice.
just-
But
That's a really good advice.
I didn't mean in relation to this.
He just glares at bias.
Really, you can say you already promised the kid to someone else, so it isn't yours to give her. She's gonna have to ask for something else.
It's an option. You want to go with the best option first, though, because if she thinks you're lying on the first one, then the others aren't going to be any easier. I more specifically meant about the party you're attending tonight, though, as well. No, very well.
Nope, doesn't seem like it.
He don't want to gear up any of his plans because you'll all try and stop him no matter what he says. Anything he suggests, he knows you'll not be on board, so he's keeping it to himself.
So it sounds like one group of us is going in as reporters at like 6, and the rest are going in at like 8 as actual guests.
That is correct.
Cool.
I think Sigurd is currently like cutting the bottom of like one of those smaller backpacks off and like working the haft of an axe into it.
Oh dear.
I think her getup might actually wind up looking a little more like it would also fit in at a punk show.
Well,
Like it's
you're in a
obviously
swanky
expensive and
dress.
nice. Yeah, obviously like swanky and nice, but she's got to stand out for this thing.
The studs are diamond, but they're still studded.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, and then Guy had come over with the like,
Bloody boots.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Like-
so are you planning on taking an axe?
Yeah. I
Very
have
well.
seen it. I'm always on duty.
They're
Hero
probably,
card. Hero card.
they're probably going to collect that at the door.
They could try.
But I actually love the idea of them trying to like put it somewhere.
Yeah. No, Sigurd's taking this thing.
Alrighty.
No, I take. See, it blend, and she'll like turn around, and there's just like an axe handle sticking out of the bottom of a smaller backpack.
Importantly, is the blade at all damaging her dress?
No,
All right, that's fine.
it's like laying on the hammer side.
Is anybody going for the vault
The what?
or safes or anything like that? Like the guy probably has a safe.
If we can find it. I can't see inside of it without physically opening it. I can see inside of different rooms and eavesdrop on conversations easily enough, but I can't. I couldn't get into a safe or a vault.
Can anybody?
I could.
Maybe I could, depending
Can
on
anybody do it without melting the door?
the vault. Maybe I can.
Cool. Do you need any equipment or anything like that?
Probably just the person in charge of the vault. Might be the easiest way in.
There.
Yeah, a person would be much easier. That would definitely be the easiest route for you. You know that it's got a very high-tech basement compared to the above ground from that information you gathered, Lucius?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the control room is and where the security will be holed up. And then it has also got a deeper below-ground bunker, like emergency bunker.
And Lucy's gonna say, so we're probably looking about a vault on the ground. We're gonna have to find a way in first. Any ideas?
I
I
can
don't
find
think-
it.
Hmm.
But not until I'm physically there.
Let us know, and if we're able to also remove the what do you call it, Luke? Meta locator or alarm? Something?
Yeah, they've got a system that seemed to be able to monitor the position of everybody inside the house, regardless of whether they're a human or metahuman. And also, they have an alarm that will detect and pinpoint a meta power being used to within a few yards.
Oh, I missed that.
Yeah. So we need to power down the system as well as finding out the location. But once we power down the system, everything else might be a little bit easier until it gets turned back on.
That was the system that I might be able to deal with, but it's definitely a risk. If somebody else can do it without actually, well, if somebody else can just power it down, that'd be even better.
It's a silent alarm, you know. They can see when meta powers are being used, essentially. The readout system will show them.
I could just start warping around the place. Give them something to pay attention to.
You can definitely make it complicated for them by doing stuff like that. Using harmless but very obvious powers in lots of locations would make anyone observing the panels have an annoying time. There will be logs
Be
afterwards.
easy to miss one little pop.
Oh yeah, very easy to miss all sorts of little shit. live, but it will keep logs as well. But
I mean,
if
yeah,
nothing
but at the very
happens, they'll
least,
probably not look into them.
I just will be even more of a jumper than usual.
No moving, all warping.
I mean, I do that sometimes.
I thought of something, but I'm not sure if Lucius could think of the same. Let me make an IQ check.
If you can, then Lucius definitely could.
Oh,
That sounds really
may-
rude. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like
I
that.
mean, Lucius is smarter than everybody here.
sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking, maybe we can find somebody else that can also help us on this. I might need to talk to Morrison if we can get some help from the guy that was helping the sorry,
I think this
Tina.
one is a down. I think this one is a down low exercise.
But remember that it made something like ants? Think he could make tinier ants?
Even the bugs.
Mm-hmm. If we could
Yeah.
get bugs around the place, we could literally have eyes everywhere.
I see what you're
Taking
asking for. Yeah, no, that's a bit
four.
weirder, and you definitely wouldn't be able to get them in time either. Anyway.
Okay, then never mind that.
No.
Potentially worth asking for in the future, though.
If you had more interactions with that person as well.
Yeah, we did much after we just let him go with Morrison.
All those people are still free to go and interrogate at later times. I'm pretty sure Mawson's still holding them renditioned in secret.
Well, yep, that plan's out of the bag. Anybody else thought about anything else that we could benefit before this mission?
I had mentioned that I can do a telepathic network for us. That's not going to work if they have the detector. I'll have to take that down first.
So once you connect to everybody, we can take it that is gone? Or do you need
Yeah.
to
Or,
see us?
or if I don't connect to everybody.
Or you could just connect to everybody, and then if they ask, I'll tell them we talk all the time like that.
Well, they won't know what's going on. Will they see one or will they see everybody? Probably just one, right?
I mean,
For that matter, what does Sigrid look like on this thing? Is she always doing it?
Probably glows like a big red spot.
Yeah, I not actually control anything. It just kind of, and she cuts her palm. Happens.
So I mean, you're not going to be the only metas there too. I don't think it being on is that big of a deal.
I mean,
think
it
it's
has to have
just-
levels. Like, it's not going to trigger just by somebody speaking, but it has to trigger by somebody using a flame to light up a cigarette because they got to make sure that they're not going to light the whole mansion on fire, right? So probably a cut will not trigger it, but cigarette losing an arm might.
Its purpose is definitely less for finding secret powers being used as well. It's more for matching up incidents to powers. Like, obviously, Sigrid's will be doing things, people's will be doing things constantly, but they want to know, like, if someone gets attacked or something goes wrong, they want to be able to match it up to people who were there and if a meta event happened at an appropriate time.
all right, well, if you guys aren't worried, then I'm not worried.
Well, if that's the case, then Pilot and I have more to worry than you guys because you are more open with your powers.
I just think we go for it, and if we get into trouble, that happens.
Mm-hmm. That's generally how we wing it.
Sure.
I mean, I'm literally going to this thing as Sigrid, one of the first superheroes.
I think you were what, 6? No, you were 9 or something.
Yeah. Like I've got single-digit superhero status, man.
Rad.
And I go as Sigrid.
So yeah,
Nobody
we just-
tell her. Good.
I think you're good.
All right. Well, I put a bit of a map together. It's got dynamic lighting on at the minute.
That's gonna take a lot of confusing.
And I put you all down here for now, but obviously it would just be the press, guards, and staff knocking around at the minute. People who are obviously security are marked with red dots. People who are obviously event staff are marked with, is that green or yellow?
Yellow.
Yellow.
And people who are obviously guests are marked with blue. And they will also be the
Oh,
occasional
people are here early.
people we have faced. These aren't really here, is what I'm saying. I set this map up for mid-party, and I don't plan on moving people around much unless something goes down.
Okay.
I
Until
see what
something goes
you do
down.
dynamic lighting. That's weird. It's like upside down.
Yeah, it's strange.
It's, I don't know, like, it's upside down, but it's also not. It just,
Yeah,
you have to.
like,
Yeah.
in perspective, it does look like your character's facing that way.
Yeah. But in this particular setup, I like it the other way.
Whatever. Nothing we can do about it.
Not going to be an
Yeah.
option forever.
Yeah.
So at 6 p.m. when the press brief begins, it is just a lot of press about. And
Against Guy and Lucius.
so yeah, will it just be Guy and Lucius if Matthias has flaked out on this?
Yeah, I guess.
So you can
So
see
where does
this.
the press go?
You will be given access to all of the outside. You will have brief access at a couple of key points around about 10 p.m. You will be given some access into the hallway to take pictures of people walking between a couple of rooms. But for the most part, you've got to stay outside. And there's also a little fence ringing off the garden area. So you can't really get closer than about here on the left. And over here on the right. When you're as press.
I think I'm in the wrong spot. Like that?
Whereabouts? Yeah, that's like pretty much where the press barrier in the garden is. And it will be thronged with people just taking flash photography all night, probably.
I don't think we mentioned it, but are we coming with our costumes inside our clothes?
Mine won't fit inside of
Bring it.
clothes.
I'm not bringing my costume. I think this is a costumeless event.
Myas is wearing a Sigrid costume when he comes. But then he's wearing just the costume of a group of people once he's there.
Yep.
You perv, Myas. Never will I wank in peace again, lest a skeleton jumps out of my boner.
Well, now that's a way to stop kids from masturbating.
PSA at the end of the Saturday morning cartoon. Some kid having a wank in front of his computer and Myas jumps out to educate him on bad porn.
This promotes an unrealistic body standard.
I'm a skeleton.
And the kid says, I don't care, I just want to crank down, and then Myas like makes his brain fall out. So remember,
Anyway.
kids,
Yeah.
Wow.
don't
We digress.
Oh.
jerk it.
Wow. Okay. That one went places.
I felt mild, but noted. I'll bear
So,
that
so
in
the
mind.
press arrives.
Yeah, the press is arrived and waiting and ready. There is, I could not be bothered as easy as it'd be to put a red carpet down, but there is a red carpet here along this driveway that arrivees will walk down. They will be press thronging either side of the bushes. And most of the press teams are 3 people. video camera, sound person, reporter. There are a couple of duos like you, and even some just single photographers that you can see. But all in all, it looks about 20 members of the press here, including you two.
Are you okay being the videographer?
Let me see if I have the skill for it. What would I need?
You won't have the skill for it, but I
Oh.
would. I have okay acting skills, so I thought I'd probably be better being the
What's your acting?
15.
I got 16.
Never mind.
So one of you actually wants to pretend to be a reporter then?
I guess Lucius will be.
You can wear pretty much
I mean,
whatever
we have
you want
Horizon credentials.
in that case. You can both wear pretty much whatever you wanted in that case anyway, though. Because it's just a press card.
It could also potentially be easier to just be a couple of like a pair with a couple of cameras just snapping photos.
Well, I want to be able to talk to people.
Oh, that's fair.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that. I like that. So maybe Guy... You should settle it, though. Who's got the microphone and who's got the camera?
You want me to still hold the camera? I don't mind.
Yeah, if you hold the camera, I'll wear my nice suit.
Sure.
Maybe if I put on a good enough show, they'll even let me inside.
And it's acting that you'll want to use that camera. Because you're not actually trying to film him.
Oh, awesome. Then yeah, I'll use the camera and I'll be wearing just a normal suit like almost every other day, except this one is more baby. Sorry, reporter is brown, right? So more darkish brown.
Sure.
Be sure to at least hit the record button so that way the red
Yeah.
light on the front is
And I'm also taking the
Record-
lens out of the camera. I know.
I mean, record everything because Lily will want that footage.
I think you mean lens
Need-
cap off. Lens out
Lens
would
cap.
make it hella blurry, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean, sorry. I'm just being a dick.
No, he screws back the lens then because he didn't pull out the cap to screw up the whole lens instead of the cap.
I have been playing a lot of Space Station 13 lately. Maybe I should get as specific as that game does. You remove the lens from the camera. You screw the lens back in.
He'll make sure to record everything as requested by the crew, and then follow up. Geek.
Rightio. So some people... So it'll be boring for a while. You will get talked to by other press people. Some old guy with like 10 cameras hanging round his neck and a weird little, like... I don't even know how to describe this Igor that's following him round with a bunch of rolls of film or something. Horizon? You what?
Oh, we're the B team.
Yeah. He's looking you up and down. I think
Sorry, I don't see Geek. I'm not sure if you can move me.
I'm not sure where Guy is at the minute.
I'm up in the press area.
Well, no, that wasn't the press area. That's like as close as the press can get to the garden area.
Oh, okay.
The press at the minute will all be around the front somewhere, waiting for people to arrive.
Gotcha.
And
Where is he? I can't see him.
yeah, you can't.
Damn this dynamic lighting.
There we go. I'll just bring this guy in. I need another colour for press people.
Do the one at the very end. Pink, whatever that is.
That works.
There you go.
No. Yes. No. Oh, roll 20s. I bet you can see him, can't you, as well?
We can see him.
Yep.
Yeah.
They aren't showing for me. all day Roll20's
Weird.
been doing this, where when I copy and paste something, I have to refresh for it to appear.
Weird.
Whoops. Yeah, I'm refreshing. Technical difficulties.
Well, while you're doing that, they can talk.
Yeah, feel free. Yeah. You look like a B team.
Yeah, the I don't know, whoever it is decided that in addition to the society guys, they wanted a couple of people from the political beat here. So we're interns.
He just kind of like puts a thumb against one of his nostrils and sniffs hard and goes, fair enough. Give me an acting check, please. Now I can see them.
What's your IQ? You should put that in your notes for acting, because that matters.
IQ is 15.
Waiting for my rolls to appear for me.
So yeah, because what it is you also add difference of IQ into the acting check.
Okay.
So it's best to put that in your notes, just IQ, whatever, and then that way it'll appear below. So then.
Anyone?
Well, it still didn't work.
Anyone see my rolls?
I see it, but I don't see if it has like the IQ mark. I don't know
You
where
have
we
to
need
click
to put it.
the show notes below in roll template. There's a little check mark.
Oh. I saw the thing. I didn't see the checkbox. Or I guess I didn't see it as being a checkbox.
Testing?
Hello.
Can you hear?
No, the IQ thing.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah,
Just
so-
like that.
Now I can't make
Can you
any
not see
rolls.
any rolls?
I can see yours. It's not letting
Oh,
me send
okay.
any. And my as box at the bottom is just blank. That's probably the issue.
Sounds like you need to
All right,
refresh.
look. Again, but I will roll for you real quick. Is that okay?
You
I could even /GM it to you.
Aye, do that one. But I assume it'll probably be fine with a roll like that. It's just being a nuisance.
What is it again? Slash?
/W space GM space
That's right.
or /GM roll if you
I
not do
got
it
it.
in line. Roll20, why are you being so rude to me today?
Well, I think it's fine because I just saw that too, but I think they're fine.
Okay, now I've got rolls. Now I can roll as GM. Very nice. And yes, I agree. I think they're fine. So he snorts and walks off. We're about copy and pasting. Nope.
We can see them, so just stop.
Yep, you
Pull your
guys
head.
enjoy.
They're fine where they are.
And that'll be the extent to your interactions. Someone later on will say like, "Oi, do you not know who he is? Oh, they just appeared for me." There's just a massive lag.
So who is he?
I weren't asking you. Oi, you, Horizon, Baldy,
Let's see.
you in the suit.
Yeah.
Do you not know who that guy was?
I'm new to. Well, wait a minute.
Current affairs people? Or area knowledge?
Area knowledge would even.
Oh, yeah, I know who that
Nice.
is.
Yeah, you
I know
do.
who everybody is tonight.
Yeah, you really fucking do. And that guy is like the most notorious paparazzo on the island.
Oh.
He's kind of famous
For being a
douchebag?
scumbag?
for being a scumbag. Yeah, he got really good pictures of someone who you have also already overheard is on the guest list for tonight, Nude. She's French originally, but now she's a author, director, artist, singer, actor, filmmaker, living on Nirvana. And she'll be here tonight. But so yeah, you do know who he is.
All right. I'm gonna file that away because that could actually be somebody good to be a rat line, but that's not for tonight.
The scumbag paparazzo could be useful in the future.
Yes, he could.
All right. Well, Tenzin is actually the first to arrive. He's already on this map somewhere, so I'll have to grab him.
Isn't this like his house?
It is, yeah, but he's been
Okay.
out.
Kind of lives on a boat.
You can't walk down the rug carpet.
I think
True
he's
that.
right here, Luke.
He was downstairs. Downstairs,
Very
upstairs. He's got a, entourage with him. Trying to show him to you. Celebrities.
I guess this is when Lucius is gonna like bump Guy's shoulder and then kind of like nudge into Tenzin's direction.
Yeah. All right. Tenzin, can I ask you some questions about tonight?
There's like a few people shouting at him. He's just finished a conversation with some on the other side.
You might need to try it louder.
It's
Public
not.
speaking?
That's
Fast talk?
a fast draw.
Fast draw a gun and shoot in the air, he'll probably turn his head.
Yeah, I don't have anything besides acting and area knowledge that are going to work for me as a fake news reporter, so I'll just do my best to shout over everybody else.
Just give me a HT check if you just want to, like, really shout, like, cut through everything.
You could roll an IQ. Okay.
On the nose, you get a good bellow. I'll force myself another check. Yeah, he turns his head. He like takes a step over and like glances at the microphone, barding.
Who is it that you're most excited to speak with tonight?
Like, he flicks his hair. He does the head flick to make his hair get out of his eyes. Like, hey, I'm looking forward to, like, there's this frozen girl coming tonight. Yeah. She's like a legitimate Viking. You should see what she's like. I'm gonna party with her tonight. And then he pulls out a little, like, gold salt shaker looking thing that is full of cocaine. He sprinkles some on his hand and like, yeah, gonna get wild with a Viking.
Nice. And anything that you would like to say to the people of Nirvana that are watching tonight?
Like, stay cool, dudes. You don't even worry about it. And like, big thanks to all you superhero guys. Like, you're really cool. And then one of his entourage is tapping him on shoulder and handing him a blunt that they've just lit for him.
While he's
Yeah,
doing
one more-
that, sorry.
I just had one more question before he walks away.
Like, yeah.
What do you have to say about the American government accusing Nirvana of having something to do with the wrecking of their science ship
like, I'm not a politician, but like, it sounds like bullshit. You see any gunboats in port? Like, I live out in the marina. You seen a single gunship?
Okay, didn't throw him for a loop. Everett, you can do whatever you needed to.
I just wanted to see if I could detect lies while I'm recording.
Yeah, you can roll a detect lies for sure.
By 6? Anything?
It seems like he's obvious. He is definitely just making, a prepared statement in regards to the boat at the end. You're not sure what his true thoughts on it might be, but that's definitely not it. That's just what he's been told to say.
Lucius will remember this.
Lucius
I don't think he's a mastermind of any sort.
You don't think this guy's a mastermind? Why not?
This guy's a mastermind.
That's a fair point. That was a detect lies. Does he think this guy's smarter than he's letting on?
He does seem intelligent. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely more intelligent than like Kid Rock or someone like that.
So he's like putting an act.
There is a bit of an act to him, definitely. He's a poser for sure.
Once he goes through and he turns the camera off until the next the next famous person comes in, he's gonna lean into Guy and say, "Yeah, that guy's putting up a show. I don't think he's actually what he looks like."
Be hard to be as stupid as that guy looks.
Or high. You'd be dead by now.
Still, good to know that he's in Sigrid. We'll have to let her in on that when Lily links us up when she gets here.
I don't know if I should laugh about it or gag.
Well, hopefully Sigrid can do both.
Okay, now that would be funny.
Really?
Yeah. Blowjob joke, get over it.
I'm trying to think. Ooh, the next most famous person to arrive is that Politburo member who has been on your watch list for a while now, Lala. Anthony Lala Jr.
Oh yeah.
He's the next most interesting person to you. There is a steady filter of socialites, well-known names, politicians.
You wanna interview that
do
guy?
Do you have sleight of hand?
You asking me or you asking him?
I'm asking you. I'm not asking you.
Hey,
He turns his head left and right, and then he's like, yeah. And then he just kind of like puts his head over the camera, trying to be nonchalant about it.
That's a yes.
Yes. Just don't shout it.
I will slide one of the listening devices. Didn't we get some that we can listen in on?
Yes, they're bigger.
How big?
Like the size of a dime, I think.
It's like a
sized.
I imagine it like a fruit sticker, but slightly transparent, probably, with little circuitry visible through it. Or maybe it's just black. Because a little black sticker's less suspicious than circuitry sticker.
Then yeah, okay, we definitely want to chat with him. What do you want me to roll to just HT again to call him over?
Not necessarily. He'll walk right up to you. After a few, he's shaking hands and answering questions from a lot of people. And he does come over to you. He's like, great, how can I help? What do you need?
Hey, Would you be willing to answer a couple of questions?
Of course, anything.
Can we mic you up real quick, just to make sure that this gets on the news?
He like looks up and down. And it's like that wasn't
I'll throw you a
necessary.
couple of softballs. Just want to make sure that you sound your best for the, for the people.
Who you with? Give me.
Lucius is gonna
Verizon?
add.
Go on.
I mean, we would like to hear your gorgeous voice at the best possible. sir.
Is that what you just rolled that acting for as well?
Yes.
Guy, can I get an acting from you as well?
Oh yeah.
He leans over and he says, "Make it quick, will you?"
Sure. sir.
Very quick.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Got it. And he is going to mic him.
And then mic him.
Oh yeah.
Done. And he gives him a thumbs up, and then he goes back into the camera to start recording.
All right. What do you want to know?
Oh, I will just give him like the easiest softball questions that I know he would have inane answers prepared for.
Oh yeah, he's really pleased with that as well. He loves
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, great. What channel are you with? Yeah, I'll look out for
Horizon.
this.
Yeah,
Horizon.
definitely.
I'll make sure we get it seen. Maybe I'll even push something out on my new social medias about it. You heard about this thing? It's crazy. You news guys should look into the social media.
Oh, that's not going to go anywhere.
We could still give it a hearing. You have any number we can hear from you, or a card?
Call my office. Look me up. My face is all over the central business district.
Right away, sir.
And he pulls off the microphone, not the bug that you managed to sneak under his lapel. Or, I don't think it's a bug, I think it's just a tracker. You guard in.
Does it record sound, Key?
Yeah, that's good.
Is one of Audrey's.
Audrey's only track. Geese are the ones that actually record.
Yeah, but we can't listen in on those. Only Garth.
Yeah, no, it's only Garth that can actually listen in
Oh.
on those.
We have a. I mean,
Which you could still plant, and Garth would probably make use of it some fucking how.
As long as it's in a useful place, he definitely will, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
But yeah, you get the Audrey one snuck neatly. You know where the little stiff bit in your collar goes to keep it straight. You sneak it in there. He's never finding that.
His dry cleaner might throw it out someday.
Maybe one day. But I bet his dry cleaner doesn't even look in there.
Yeah, but it probably gets cooked in the dry cleaning.
Truth.
Done with chemicals. That's the whole point of dry cleaning.
Yeah, but you still, like, put it in a hot place.
I think he's already on this map. Yeah, he is. I can delete that token.
But yeah. Who else is famous shows up?
I think you're the next famous people. Lily and Sigrid at 8 p.m. The really famous
up.
ones are showing up at around about 8:30ish. Everyone,
Sigrid, over here, Sigrid.
everyone is screaming that.
Yeah, but she's gonna pick me.
Probably she knows you.
Who's actually the closest? I'm gonna work this shit. I'm gonna go down the line.
Maybe we should go a little bit further back because Ray and Mila are also here.
They're showing up?
Mm-hmm. Like, I think you'd get a call. I'm guessing you told them you were going already, or?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I asked them if they were going this year, and they said no, but apparently they decided. That's awesome. I
Yeah,
love
no,
you,
so
Liv.
they're just going to show up at a different time while they're already here then. That's pretty funny. No, yeah, they'll probably show up at about the same time because you told everyone when to come. And I bet you know when to come because Mila's always told you when to come. Oh, Myas, get on right side of the map, you sneaky bastard. So yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
I guess Guy is technically closest, so Sigurd will approach Guy,
I think-
who
I think he's
happens to be
putting ice
Burb.
cream back in the fridge.
rightio.
So why don't you talk to someone else?
So possibly there's somebody right in between you and him that you
Yep.
can talk to first.
Pushes a microphone in your face first. Sigurd, hello. Who are you wearing?
The fuck that's supposed to mean?
Uh,
Who am I wearing? I am not wearing a person.
who made your dress?
Oh, his name
Don't-
was what was his name? Lily, what was his name?
I don't remember his last name, but Victor, last name.
Is he a personal acquaintance? No, I'm sure we've got a picture for him.
Or we do too.
Like 24 weeks ago, I said I wanted to move away from the furry style, but like 24 weeks later, I don't care as much, and I would quite like to see Victor occasionally. So, Victor's a bird man.
He's a bird man.
He has a beak. He tailors with 1 foot, which is very dexterous. He's probably got arms in the model, hasn't he?
Probably.
Probably.
But
Okay.
yes, I wear Victor.
I see. And they ask some more questions.
Okay.
Probably about your superhero work. You're still the #1 superhero on the most popular message board that's cropped up so far.
I popular? I popular. I love you too, fans. She'll like
Violet will point towards the camera so he knows where to look.
woo fans, and then yeah, Sigurd will move over to Guy.
Yeah, I'll lean in and mutter. I'm sure there's enough background noise that nobody's really going to be able to hear, but Tenzin, young, black hair, keeps falling down in front of his face. Super, super into you. We can definitely use that to our advantage.
Is honeypot.
You really have been watching TV.
TV great. It's way better than school.
Oh, just like every elementary school student. Yes. You're good being that particular honeypot?
Yes.
And then-
Sigurd will strike a pose and like, you think I can pull it?
In that dress? Yes.
She does it kind of awkwardly. She's not exactly that girl.
Yeah, but the dress does all the work.
Yeah.
you hear-
And her absolutely flawless pale white skin and perfect muscular build. Yeah.
you hear people
Yeah.
start shouting Dunning.
Oh
And
shit.
Lily, you'd turn
Dunning?
your head, but then you'd hear that they're shouting, Mila Dunning.
We should probably get going.
And we should probably not be seen.
I go to
Right.
next reporter. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Lily, you were coming to this. Well, that's a lovely dress. Is that one of Victor's?
Yes, it's way more slutty than I usually dress.
I wouldn't have picked it. But lovely. Very nice. And Ray's just like nodding, like, so glad you could come. Oh, it's on the token layer. Ugh. Sorry.
Eh?
That bar were on the token layer. Why did you decide to come?
You know me. Good party, secret spy stuff.
Sigrid's here. And then they'll like both look over at Sigrid giving a talk. She got an axe on her back.
Yes, she does.
Oh dear. Does she know about metal detectors? They've got one right there. She points just through the entrance. And it's like they will.
No, and this is going to be priceless.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Should we try and warn her? She's almost done talking to that person near the entrance.
Nah, this is going to be funny.
Is that your friend Violet that she's with?
I don't think these two have met Violet.
Have you not met
They've
Violet?
met Audrey.
Have they only ever met Audrey?
Violet doesn't come to the surface very often.
Rightio, okay. Who's that purple haired girl she's with?
Her PR lady.
Oh right. I do recall you mentioning Sigrid had PR. Well, should we warn her? Oh, it's too late. She's already. And then yeah, Sigrid. That person had like just be dancing in front of the camera with a cornrows. She's a blonde woman with cornrows, and she's like, "Woo, yeah, for NMTV, Brittany K, woo."
Okay.
And the security guys would be guiding you towards the metal detector, but one of them stops you immediately and just says, "What is that?" Points at the axe.
That's her
It's
axe.
It's my axe.
You can't bring any weapons to the party.
Do you have a coat room?
How I supposed to do my duty as superhero number 9 and hold up the superhero license?
He squints at it, and he says, "Security is taken care of for this event. We will be obliged to take care of it for you in the coat room that is established. Please speak to one of the serving staff outside the kitchen. I will accompany you there with it. If you would please relinquish possession of it to me now." He holds his hand out.
Sigrid will like take it off and hand it to him and like keep this accessible.
Absolutely.
Make sure nothing happens to it either.
We'll take good care of it. One of his friends approaches him from inside. I'll just move this one over, why not? Comes out and taps him on shoulder and whispers. Points at a little PDA device he's holding. And then they frown at each other, and this guy walks back inside. You can try and listen in on what they were saying if you want to roll hearing. It is a noisy environment. I'd say this is a -5 for Sigrid and Violet, who were right there. More like a -8 for anyone else trying to listen in.
I could try and read their lips, though, right?
Oh, lip reading would be possible, yeah.
Lip reading's awesome.
Especially like with a camera mounted on my shoulder with a zoom.
Then you can go and rewind and just retry.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, Audrey, you do manage to pick up some mumbling, and Guy, you pick it up as well. The person who comes over... fuck. The person who comes over with the PDA says to his friend, she needs a tag, because she's metabolized. And he frowns, and he's like, "How? Really?" And he points at the screen, And he says, "That's ridiculous. All right." And then his friend walks away, and he reaches into a satchel of gear he's got and pulls out a little paper wristband, like you'd get at a festival,
Okay.
and says, "We'll need you to wear this, I'm afraid, if that's okay."
Why?
It's a security issue. Something based on Sigrid's or this young lady's metahuman enhancements prevent us from accurately monitoring the security situation in the property at all times. It's for your own safety.
So you want to watch me like dog? For my own safety.
It's okay to admit that you're afraid of her.
We'd ask this for anyone who is in the same situation, ma'am, I'm afraid. It just so happens that Sigrid here is.
It's up to you, Sigrid.
You don't actually have to wear it as long as you keep it on your person. We'll know if you don't.
Sigurd will snatch it.
Thank you kindly.
Glare at him. You take me to coat room.
Aye, aye. And then he'll guide you. And it'll be one of these bedrooms here. Probably that first one right there has been turned into a coat room. I overlooked coat
Okay.
room. There's also no toilets on this map. I found an empty version of this map. But then I started filling it and...
You did warn us earlier there's no running water.
Mm-hmm. I came up with the no running water thing after noticing that there were no toilets on this map.
So no one wants to talk to me. Jeez, I see how it is. Okay.
Sorry, Lily. No.
You've been overshadowed.
People
I
could...
paid for this reputation and no one talks to me.
People will talk to you, but it's time for a break, I'm afraid, because my bladder be full. So we'll be right
That's
back in 5 minutes or so.
That's
Balls.
Balls. We are back. There was a B at the start of it, but I didn't unmute until after he'd said that. Lily Dunning.
Oh, yes.
So, you've come to the party. Welcome. How are your university studies going? A lot of people like to track how you're doing. You know, you're like the poster
What?
child for a baby of the island. You were adopted. You're a survivor of the American...
They don't know that. That's not public knowledge.
Very well. You're also signed up to the legitimized superhero program.
Yep, I'm 0008.
Congratulations. How do you feel about not having been ranked quite as high as your adopted sister? I believe she is, Sigrid?
I mean, flashy powers are flashy, but when you need to get someone to a hospital immediately and, make sure someone doesn't die, I'm your girl.
How do you feel about the protests that have been actually calling your family out by name in terms of economic inequality that's been growing since the formation of the central business districts?
Probably have to key in blind for this. She'll kind of sit there and ponder thoughtfully for a minute, and she goes, "Yeah, that is frustrating. Nirvana, we should have more checks and balances in this thing, and I for one, think taxes should be a little bit harsher on individuals like myself."
They're just like, wow, okay. And then, like, people nearby would start screaming at you for more questions. And Mila would be like, wow, Lily, you're popular, aren't you? As they're walking past, and they, like, get interviewed by the one science journalist that's here.
I'll answer questions for as long as I can, and I will be sure to mention Cheese Girl if the question gets brought up in superhero business.
Yeah, you do
'Cause
get
I've been
asked about
meeting up with her.
superhero business a little bit. You probably feel your phone vibrate in your bag when, like, 10 seconds after you mention Cheese Girl.
But yeah, that unless you got any more specific questions.
Not in particular, no.
Yeah, just placating, playing the crowd.
Mm-hmm. And Ray and Mila would head through to the main party area, and there's you go. Your axe gets taken, Sigrid. Gets put in this bedroom, which is currently a coat room. And you get given a ticket, and they offer to take any other things you'd like at the minute. Violet, Sigrid.
Look, I am gonna do one thing.
Go on.
Because I'm a pain in the ass, and I don't have anything to hide. Like, I'm not hiding anything, but I want to already prove to be a pain in the ass. I'm just gonna teleport up to the second floor because I have eyes on it. Just skip the metal detector altogether. Once I reach the end of the carpet.
You gotta skip the metal detector altogether once you reach the end of the carpet.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna piss everyone off. That's my job tonight, is to be the pain in the ass of security.
Alright. Cool.
Do you want to warp just to make sure?
Yes, please.
How many meters is that? It's like, what, 20 meters?
Yeah.
Look, would I have caught the whole thing on camera when that happened?
You've managed to catch a lot of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you've managed to catch most of it, you believe. You've not got audio for everything, but you've got everyone's faces. And you've got the close audio. And yeah, feel free to put yourself wherever you are, Lily. If you can move through that barrier.
Not up right fast enough. Yay! And I can be there.
Cool. So
Shall we join them in the party?
the security guard that's weird, like, puts his hand to his ear quick. And he says, Jesus Christ, well, first floor east, get on it immediately. And he says, thank you to you two for your cooperation, and heads back to his post.
Shall we get some drinks?
Sigrid just
Yes.
blank staring you.
Yes. And then Sigrid will actually lean into Audrey and be like, Giste, we must find Tenzin. He may have thing for me.
All right. Can you give me a couple songs before we do that? I want to. She sort of points up at the sky, at the roof.
I'm sorry, you want me to give you a couple what?
Minutes? A song.
Minutes. A song?
I mean, don't
Okay.
sing. Just like wait for a song to finish, and then
Oh, okay.
that'll be enough time.
You can hear classical piano music being played at the minute, and it does occasionally end, and there's like light clapter. Applause. I just made that. My brain
You
just
made up a new
that
word.
Yeah. Wow. Still got a bit of a concussion, maybe.
Okay, now I actually want to hear Sigrid, the musical opera.
There's a waiter with a tray of drinks here, Violet. It's got champagne. he also gestures across. He says, "There is a buffet room to the south wing, and to the north wing there is the main ballroom. There are many guests also enjoying the gardens." And he points out out back round behind these. I don't actually. You may go through the kitchens to get to the gardens, probably. This is a strange house. I was not the architect. You can see these staircases lead down, and the staircases up to the first floor, right next to you. Massive, wide ones.
Okay. What do you think? Gardens or ballroom? Sigrid?
Which has bar?
This guy. She points to the guy's tray of drinks.
Please
Sigurd, like, looks at it.
speak to anyone if there's a drink you require. There is a cocktail mixer in every room. There's probably a bar person in every room.
Bring me whiskey.
Right away, madam. And he'll...
I just got a devilish idea.
A devilish idea. You're also getting approached by someone quickly up there.
Oh, I'm bamfing around.
You've already gone by time he gets like through the door.
Yep. But when one of these times I'm like out on the patio area, I'm gonna see if I can't get a couple tiny owls on my shoulder and then let them loose in the abode.
You absolutely can get some owl friends on you, and then release them in the abode.
Just to make my coverage of the warping that I do around while I do small talk even more annoying for these guys.
You can get one of the ones that's on the outside to come in, and another one arrives. But if you want to leave both on the outside, then that's fine too.
I'll just have the one that shows up. I want a little one.
Rightio. Aye. One of them tiny
Just
little
give me
cutesies.
more annoying coverage on the house. But yes, whenever security gets close, I'll pretend not to see them and just warp to someone else to talk to. Eventually they'll catch up to me, but...
I don't need another warp roll. Maybe give me... You've got shadowing, right?
I do.
Yeah, give me that to do it in reverse.
Reverse shadowing? Okay.
Give me a reverse shadow check.
I failed.
With the
They'll catch
warping as well, though, it's still going to take them a good 5 or 10 minutes to catch. Be like, please, let me swipe this over you. Just hold the wand out for checking for guns.
Really, all the times I've been here, you think I'm gonna bring something.
It's procedure, Miss Dunning. I'm really sorry. You know, we've done this every year. Now. Last year you said you'd had enough and you wouldn't do it again.
I can't be held responsible for what a year ago, Lily said.
Kinda. Not those exact words, but yeah.
Yeah, and you probably never said any such thing, is what you'd also say.
But I am being a pain in the ass in that conversation.
For the
Like,
foreseeable.
not overly dramatic. Like, I'm not being like a prima donna or anything like that.
Yeah.
Legitimately, just distracting for everyone involved.
Cool.
I bought you guys 5 to 10 minutes of prime security time.
Press guys, are you going to wait outside, out front, for the last few Ultra guests to arrive? Or are you going to head round back to observe at the garden party area?
I think out back.
Rightio.
Garden party, Audrey?
Let's head to the garden.
I assume that guy comes back with, like, a glass of whiskey.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And
Sigrid just like pounds it and says, "Save yourself trip. Bring whole bottle."
He passes you another glass of whiskey that he had that you didn't see. And he says,
Ooh.
They're good.
Someone will attend your glass, madam. Bows his head slightly.
Pounds the other one.
He's already walking away, but someone, as you're stepping outside, someone approaches you with a glass of whiskey.
Lean over to Audrey. I could get used to this.
I'm kind of curious how far that's gonna go.
And there's a little bar in this corner, let's say.
All right, you want to play with the bartenders for a couple minutes? Give me my time.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just go like astound the bartender. This tiny little girl walks up to the bar.
The security guard's just staring at you the whole time. Like his eyes are on Sigrid 100% of the time.
I mean,
This is
I'm sure a lot of guys have eyes on Sigrid.
This is the
True.
girl with a metabolism that needs the tracker after all. And yet,
Oh,
also
yeah.
truth.
Sigrid pounds one, flips it and puts it on the table, leans over to Audrey. That's what they do in movies, right?
Kind of, yeah. But
Yeah.
usually you wait like 10 minutes between.
So what I have to do to make this guy shit himself?
Madam, if you would like me to shit myself, I'm afraid we must go somewhere private for me to do that. I don't think the level of service is quite like that, but he definitely hears you and turns his nose up a bit as he's shaking someone else's drink up in his mixer.
I mean,
What they say, line them up.
He's probably already relented and, like, put a couple of bottles out and shot glasses for you.
Oh. Pop the cork on one of the bottles and just start going Archer on it.
Yeah, it's you. When you knocked back your third glass of the extremely expensive whiskey that they brought you the first 3 times, they decided to move on to the cheaper stuff.
Okay.
They've
Yeah.
probably got one of them like big comedy 10-liter bottles or something.
Yeah, maybe that guard who's been staring at me, just like stare at him as I just upturn that bottle and just like down a fifth.
He definitely avoids your gaze for the rest of the evening. He doesn't stop staring at you, but now every time you look over, he quickly turns his head.
So while she's distracting the bartender and the local security for that matter, Violet's going to stand next to her at the bar, hopefully close enough so that whatever weirdness she's putting off will distract the security system. Well, between that and the Mary Chase upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to see if she can get into that system. First step is looking for the system.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on the looking around for mines and such. And then trying to get control. Or at the very least, get control. This will be with the rationalization on.
Mm-hmm.
That is an uncomfortable degree of success, but hopefully enough.
It is not. But it is success by enough that I think you managed to prevent yourself being detected. Especially the method by which you're going in.
All right.
It would definitely help to be closer. The thing...
That's a fair question. How far away is it?
It is currently below ground. Maybe... 20 meters to the southeast and 10 meters underneath you.
Violet will say, shall we wander?
Yes. we wander. Grab the other bottle and just start wandering around.
Mhm.
Look for Tenzin.
Yeah. Do you mind if we try inside the house? I kind of want to try to get closer. She whispers.
Yeah.
We'll look
And
for
into the
Tenzin
house.
inside.
Yeah, into the house we go.
I'm sort of assuming there's a door here-ish.
Yeah, and this it's a weird map. Feel free to just walk over them stairs. You'd want to be in that dining room to get as close as you could be to the south.
Went down the wrong hall, I think.
You did.
Yep, there we go.
All right, found it. Oh yeah, it is a dining room.
You see, as you make your way in, the first person you spot, area knowledges from either of you that care. I doubt Sigrid's got it. Don't want area knowledge Iceland. One of the founders of Nirvana, Leonard Bruger.
Oh,
Oh. Hey, it's the Viking. Sigrid, like, what's up?
Sigrid, this is one of the founders, Leonard.
This guy's completely nude, but he's not got a ding-dong.
Haven't they met?
I think they might have met very briefly.
I swear they met.
You remember Naked Purple Guy?
Oh, is he purple?
Yeah, he's
Now
like
he's more like a
No.
reddish color.
Get lost,
Red gray.
pal. I can.
I'll
Is
be honest, I saw it for a second and then I closed it, and for some reason it changed color in my memory. I'm sorry, I wasn't messing with your color blindness, Luke, I promise.
It's alright. Don't worry about it.
Founder, like you found the island.
Like, yeah, I helped. This place is my mistake. In part.
Mistake.
Pay no mind to Leonard. He's just being ridiculous. A dog ruff, barks agreeingly, and the person who is talking to you is sat at the table with a... That is not what you think it is. That's actually a dog. It's a big Doberman. That creature next to him is definitely a big Doberman. He says, pay no mind to Leonard. Things are going excellently. Better than ever. Welcome to the party, Sigrid. Heard a lot about you. He smiles dryly.
Yes, I am big in news.
And he is also a founder.
You also helped make island.
Yes. I did a lot more than Leonard over here as well. I funded the whole thing.
I see. I have walked into pissing contest.
He smiles dryly once again. You don't beat around things, do you, Sigrid?
No, beating around things for weenie politicians.
Hey. Now, what kind of talk is that? Give me another area knowledge, Violet.
Sure. Nope.
Fail you by 2, fair enough. You don't like politicians? You've only been here a couple of months, kid.
Nobility, politicians, they all the same in the end.
Ah, that's where you're wrong. We ain't kings. We're on the side of the peasants. I was a union boss before I came here and became a member of the Bureau.
Well, I seem to have done more exploration of island than you have, because I see a group of rich aristocrats. That's the word, right, Audrey?
I think you say Violet, but I'll
Yeah.
allow it.
Vaudrey,
She-
Violet,
she-
Violet.
Vaudrey!
Yep.
Lording over, much like kings and lordlings.
You got a lot to learn, if you ask me, kid. Leonard's shuffling out of the room. It hurts. Ow. Ow, he says with every step. Ow, fuck. You do realize that we're all politicians in this room, Sigrid, apart from you. And now, with your popularity, it's inevitable that you'll be some kind of politician soon.
If you want.
Even if you don't, with the rise of this social media business, my analysts are telling me that everyone will be able to influence great swathes of people with just a short message very soon.
You say the social media is a way to acquire power?
One of them, like, chokes on his drink. Someone in the back of the room giggles a little bit.
Violet does too.
And another one says, like, "Oh, Vav, you are right. She really does not beat around," said Bush, does she? Yes, this is what our discussion has been this afternoon on this new, they call it Squawk, is one of them. There is also a My Face, and a Face Space, and Page Space, and Pixo,
Sigrid, like, kind of
Pixo.com.
Sigrid, like, scratches her chin and, like, looks up thoughtfully and kind of nods and then takes a swig off the bottle and looks at him and, like, thank you for this education.
One of them shows you.
I do. And she looks over at, I think it was that guy,
Yep.
and says, "You're right. I do seem to have lots to learn."
Violet, I'll take another roll as well. You've been in here a while.
Sure.
I don't know if you've got a recharge. Probably not, if you're saying sure.
She does have to recharge. The question, if she's not able to make a new roll, then she just can't do it.
Oh, +2 minus complexity.
Mm-hmm.
That changed things a bit. I think you might have already got it.
Fair. Then flavor-wise, maybe she just needed to get a little closer just to get over the edge.
Uh-huh. Maybe you thought you'd got it, but you weren't sure, and you wanted to double check.
Mm-hmm. That works.
Cool.
But Violet nods. Yeah, she's on.
But yes, one of them will be showing you a few fan pages for you, Sigrid. This is what we were looking at before you came in. Here's some really cool pages that my kids showed me of you, Sigrid.
Oh, may I see? And she'll point at it.
Yeah, he holds it out for you to glance through.
Sigrid will start looking through.
Give me a computer operation.
She just starts poking at the screen.
Yeah,
It's like,
it turns black.
how
Violet steps up and takes it and holds it for you and swipes for you.
Yeah,
okay.
it's
what she's
rather
here for.
intuitive. It's like she knows exactly where you want to look next.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, like just kind of browse through for a while. Let her.
There's some
Maybe
really...
at some point I'll mimic her doing the swiping thing on it and grab it back and like I can swipe.
Give me an acting check.
Nice.
Me?
Yeah. If you want to pretend to swipe.
What? At the screen.
Yeah.
Like Audrey showed me how to swipe the screen.
Okay. So if you just want to have a go. Yeah, I don't need any check if you just want to have a go.
Yeah. Like if I want to do anything, then scroll further down. I'm screwed. And inevitably, I'm gonna like poke something and open something and be like, "Oh God, what did I do now?"
You open this
Yes,
guy's
I would like
porn
somebody-
tab, and he's like, "Please, may I have my personal assistant back? Thank
Actually,
you."
like somebody on Tinder.
Give it back. And...
We should probably get you one of those, actually. Like the online thing.
I think you already did.
Yes.
Well, right, but she wants her to be more active in it.
Oh right, you already got her a phone, but not a page or anything.
Right. We don't have a my page thing.
Yep. She's gonna
God,
need you to teach
Lily
her.
has all those, by the way.
Oh yeah, I bet she does.
Absolutely. Over the network, though, Violet will warn team infiltration. You guys are a go. I think I can cover you.
People could talk back to Audrey as well, by the way.
We got the tracking down and the meta scanner.
They aren't down, but I can omit you from them.
Fuck. Great job.
Oh, there's some interesting points now that you're in that system, Audrey, but maybe I should tell them you secretly.
Sure. I should whisper something at you also.
Cool.
And while you guys are being conspiratorial,
Aye. Garden team.
he will go to whatever. I assume that there's a bathroom or a porta potty or something that has been set up for the staff.
Yeah, there's a bathroom, like a bank of porta potties just off screen to the north, we'll say.
Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Sorry. Would the auto character, would the system be off by now, or still Audrey needs to do
we were-
something before that is?
Audrey told you that you covered.
Yeah, I gave you the all clear.
Sorry, I might have missed it. And Lucius will nod and give you the camera as he steps away.
Well, I'm going in too. So we'll just set the camera down somewhere and how far is it from the restrooms? Luke?
What? Sorry?
How far away would like an out of the way area on the first floor be from the restrooms?
10 or 15 meters. Give me an observation as well, though. And you've been here a couple of hours. You can give me an observation +1.
Observation skills.
If I don't have observation, could it be perception minus something?
Yeah, perception -6, I think it is. So perception -5.
No.
But Guy, you think you've got these guys' routes, locations pretty well mapped out? There's one of them doing a constant circuit of the ground floor, but all the others upstairs and down that are inside just seem to be manning a single post.
Excellent. Yeah, so Lucius will slip into my shadow and I can just warp right in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Cool.
success by 10.
Yeah, I saw that. And you were choosing the first floor, you said.
Yeah, somewhere, somewhere where me appearing suddenly isn't going to cause any amount of alarm.
You know what? There's actually an empty room. We like open curtains, we'll say. You
Oh,
can
yeah,
see
perfect.
things in there covered in like sheets and what have you. And Audrey, you'll detect and block immediately, I'm sure. The
Definitely.
signal of two metahumans appearing in the upper left. In fact,
And never mind those humans that are over there in general, like those two.
mm-hmm. I want to GM check something. One of them is unknown, but the other one, as it pops in, is registered as Lucius Lockhart. And then there's a few serial numbers and access to other information on Lucius Lockhart.
Super concerning.
Out of character. Do me a favor and see what else you can find out they got on me.
Well, we're gonna remove that record for the moment and continually as they're going, but yeah, that's worth looking into a little bit.
Would I be
Yeah,
able to see under the door?
Yeah, you can see under the door. You see that guy's feet.
I would like to get underneath him and try up. Did I do it right now? Do it later. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna try possession.
Rightio. On this guard, straight away. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, he might know where the vault is, so it might be best if we do this quickly. I succeed by 6.
You got him.
I'll step out of the door, so to give like a signal to Guy and let him know that I got it, and I'll remember. I want to remember. Where is the vault, or where are the critical places that I need to protect?
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and think to Audrey that Tootie's taken on one of the guards.
I think she already knows that. But give me an IQ check -1, please, Lucius.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
By 4.
Okay, so critically, you just meant to protect the guests from anything happening to them. Make sure no one brings any weapons or out in. And also protect below ground. The vault is in the basement. Also make sure no one gets to the secret tunnel access, which is well below ground.
Okay. I remember the secret access, or would I need to pray more for knowing the secret access?
That guy does not have access to that. The other person you possessed did not know about this at all, but there is a high-speed secret underground transit system for VIPs in Nirvana.
Okay.
And this house has one of the stops underneath it.
Not sure if you would allow me one more memory recall.
Yeah, what you trying to remember?
Who is my boss? The one that knows everything about everything. Security-wise, not Tencent. And where is he?
Cool. Yep. Go ahead. -1.
You want to talk to a supervisor?
It is Jack Mawson, and he is currently in the basement.
The bastard!
It's not normally Jack Mawson. There is someone else directly beneath him, but seen as Mawson is here, he's the big boss. It's like when your area manager visits.
I'll leave those killings for later, but if you wanna pass to Guy while I walk toward. Oh wait, no. Sorry, I need a moment to think. Would you mind going to Guy or someone else?
Yeah. Why am I being asked how I pronounce swathe / suave? It can be said both ways. I feel like the further south you go, the more likely you are to hear someone say suave.
Oh well.
I was just
Suave.
curious.
All right. Yeah, I'm not even going to use the. I'll be the in it. Swaves, mate. Swaves are people. But yeah, I'm definitely not a good check on how to pronounce anything in any language. One thing that did happen, Lucius, while you were remembering those couple of things, though, is as you opened the door to Guy a nod, this guy over at the stairs turned and said, he poked his collar, and you heard in your earpiece, "Everything all right?"
But I heard something. Seems clear.
Good, he says back.
And then I go back into the same position.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
And you can share that information with everyone, freely, because the mind link carries over to that possessed person.
I'll spend like a few moments giving them all the information that I just got while I just play as this guard, just reacting to something. I don't hear any more commotion, like they haven't realized, right?
Yeah, no, there doesn't seem to be any sign that
Okay.
that you've been
And the
rused.
last part is okay. The last part of the message is going to be: so far we're good, no alarms.
And you've got how long you got in that body?
I'm not trying to stay here more than a minute because I have to continue moving towards the bus. I'm gonna
Good
look.
luck.
Yeah. I'm gonna go back with Guy.
Okay. Lily, you've been caught. You've had the gun detector passed over you. You've been cleared of having a gun. You've been asked to please go through the metal detector next time. And you've been told to enjoy the party.
Okay. At that point, I'm gonna look for someone I know.
You gonna what, sorry?
Look for someone I know. I mean, who's on our list? It looks like Tenzin's right the fuck there.
Yeah, he is. Tenzin's been on the above ground balcony the whole time. He briefly turned his head when you first warped up. Surrounded by his entourage, mostly just smoking joints and staring out at the beautiful view. Over his dad's little crops of food for just him around the pond, and then the city beyond it. Go on.
I'll float over a little close by and got that kind of side eye, glare at Chad.
A couple of them will recognize you. In fact, yeah, I bet Chad. You probably went to high school with Chad, one of the entourage.
Chad told all the people at the country club I had chlamydia, even though we didn't ever sleep together.
Oh dear.
Chad's a dick.
Chad definitely pretends he doesn't remember that. But he's also not looking at you right now. He's seen you and he is avoiding your gaze because he definitely does remember that.
And then I will do the hand motion for the joint to one of them. Like, come on, guys, you gonna fucking share?
They glance at each other, but then Tenzin turns around and says, "Don't be dicks, share the weed." And one of them will pass you a full joint and light it when you've got it in your mouth for you.
Alright, I'll float over there. Take it from him.
Lily Dunning, how are you?
You know, I'm good. Superhero now. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you live with that Viking girl, right?
Red? Yeah.
So,
With Red.
cool. What's her deal? She seems pretty raw.
I mean, when you go from murdering and pillaging to this, you're gonna be pretty fucking raw.
Yeah, baby. She into dudes? Someone saw her at a club last week with a girl.
I think she's into anything that'll give her a good time.
He like does a particularly hard drag on his joint and says like, cool, yeah, awesome. So
Are you into her or something, man?
she's pretty hot, Lily. Like, she's hotter than you, that's for sure. And you know, you said no that time, so
Like, we were 13. Tenzin.
he rolls his eyes and flicks his joint over the edge of the balcony, and it like lands right down the back of the neck of the bartender. Tenzin like snorts, says, like, quick, you guys, change sides. And they all hurry over to the other edge of the balcony as that bartender down there gets a burn on his back.
You know what? I'm actually gonna, before he gets burned, gonna teleport down there, pick it off of him, look up at the thing and say douchebags.
It's like, he looks up and like just catches one of the entourage's heads disappearing on the balcony. And he says, oh, thank you, miss.
Like, yeah. Could I have, some, like, Long Island, please?
Right away. And he'll do you a quick job. Mix you one up fast.
And at this point, are those two warping around in the house?
Yeah, by now is when you hear that Lucius has just possessed that guy. And what are you saying, Lucius?
I thought after I get all the information, I was going to get back to Guy to tell him so that we could both get to the basement.
Yeah, but
Since we were on the wrong floor.
that only took like 30 seconds, so
Okay.
that's happening like about now from Lily's time frame.
I was mostly asking because Guy's on the other side of the door by the guard that I'm not possessing anymore.
You know, I can't tell which door people are at because of the limited view. So which door? Is there a different door?
No, that's the only
now
door.
we're in the same room.
Alright, so I am going to warp directly. I have line of sight, so I'm just gonna bam for right here in the middle of them.
Miss Dunning. This area's off limits to guests, I'm afraid. The balcony is open and everywhere downstairs is free, but the rest of the upstairs, I'm afraid, is off limits tonight.
Like, come on, guys. I know you've seen me around at these things, and I'm gonna not throw a huge fuss, but I'm gonna try to come over and be like a pain in the ass so these guys can sneak by.
Oh, I can bamf wherever I need. I just need to know where to go.
I told you, basement. We gotta go.
Well,
You heard the man.
Do I know how to get to the basement?
Yeah, yeah. I think you all do. It's just them two staircases on the ground floor. It's probably all black for you all there. I'm realizing now.
all right. I took a minute of prep time and third-hand knowledge of where it was. But apparently that was good enough.
If you're doing that, I am staying out of the shadow and I go in before we go and warp. So my timer resets.
Okay, but you wait in Guy's shadow to warp with him again.
Yeah, once I'm ready, I go back into the shadow.
And Guy
All right. Can
will-
you shift click for me again so I know where to drop myself since it's black?
If you both just stay where you are, I will drag yous.
That works too.
And I may as well just move you straight over to this map. East or west staircase?
Flip a coin?
East.
Okay.
Bottom of the stairs. There is a guard at the top of the stairs looking the other way from you. You can just see the backs or his legs from where you are at the minute.
Excellent.
Lucius, did you move with him? Were you underneath him? Because I lost you.
We're up.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you asked, Luke.
Where did your token
I
go?
mostly-
I lost it.
Oh, no, I said flip a coin since we were just going east or west without knowing where.
But I've lost
But
your
you teleported
token.
with me.
Oh,
Yeah.
I am here. I'm still where I was before, by the door. I just don't know why I didn't move with you.
Your token had disappeared for me. That is weird.
I'm still by the door. I can see Lily.
Yep, you've come back now. Very strange. So yeah, you're at the bottom of the stairs to the basement entrance. There's a closed, heavy-duty metal door in front of you. And there actually aren't cracks to shadow through that door.
Does it have a lock, though?
No, but there is a keypad.
That's enough. I should be able to try and sneak my way through the keypad circuits.
I don't think you can
Why
shrink
just
yourself
warp to the
down,
other side of the door.
I'm not shrinking. I am just going through by the light.
but like you could fit your hand in underneath that gap, but then your shoulder would get stuck. You wouldn't be able to force rest of your shadow through.
Is that how it works? All right.
I'm pretty sure you'd also need flexible or stretching or shrinking to go through smaller gaps than that.
All right.
Is there anybody on the other side of the door?
You don't know until you look.
Using my clairsentience, is there anybody on the other side of the door?
There is someone immediately on the other side of the door. Yes.
Which way are they looking?
Away from the door.
We don't want to make noise. Violet, can you tell Sigrid that it might be time for her distraction?
Hey Sigrid, I think we're up.
Where-
Wanna go find your
Sorry.
And then Luke, just so we can not have to switch back or I won't have to interrupt. As soon as that guy starts moving away from the door, I will warp to the other side of it.
Alrighty. So you two have got yourself still in dining room there, but after that conversation, do you think you're headed out?
I think so. It's probably
Yeah,
time to go open the
I
door.
feel like, yeah, maybe go find Tenzin.
Yeah, let's go find some kids and
I
make some
mean,
trouble.
you know exactly where he is because Lily just talked to them upstairs.
Uh-huh.
Oh, right, yeah. Let's go there then.
I will just drag you if you like.
That would be helpful.
Nobody move. Top of the stairs. Tenzin just out on the balcony to your north.
Could you ping us there?
I'll just drag you right to him.
Thank you.
And I think the guys downstairs are requesting a distraction when you're up for it.
Awesome.
You could just take your bracelet off. I think that'll do the trick, whatever it is.
I have another idea in mind.
Okay. As long as it doesn't spoil the honey.
So, I'm gonna go the other way with this fleet of foot style. I'm gonna go up those stairs and be like, "Are you the creep that is talking big stuff about getting with Sigrid?"
Are you like Sigrid? Hi, I'm Tenzin. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you going around this party talking stuff about me?
Like, no. He looks at his entourage. A couple of them will back him up. They'll like say, "No, dude."
Yeah, you say you're trying to get with me. You think I that easy?
He he looks embarrassed and kind of
I know
angry.
what you say to Lily about me.
He rolls his eyes. Oh, of course. Like, it's a compliment, Sigrid. I think you're hot. You're a beautiful woman.
Damn it. Oh, you think so, huh?
Like, yeah. I think, like, you're perfect. Like, look at you. And you're, like, the most popular hero after less than a week.
Just try to jump him for making out with him right into that pond.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Like going for full snogging, and then just plop.
Yeah, okay, so Sigrid is gonna walk up to him, put her arms around him, kind of clumsily, which is not really a stretch, and then, turn him around. She'll, like, sit herself up on this balcony and, like, grab him, and then just kind of fall backwards.
All right. Yeah, that'll go exactly as planned.
A little bit too late. Violet will go, no!
Like, what the fuck, bro? Oh my god! And then,
Holy shit, is that deep down there?
like, it's a little deep. Like, Tenzin, bro! Like, oh my god, we need help down there!
Make sure that
Make it a
I
montage.
am between him and the, like, bottom of the pond.
You semi-drowning him. Give me a swimming check. Yeah, he starts drowning, so you pretty much just hold him in position, ready to give him some air when he needs it.
Oh yeah, kind of hold him there until he starts losing consciousness, and then, like, rescue him.
That's a sick plan. Guy, you feel that you need to warp right this second.
Okay, well, it's that second warp up there that's success by 9.
Cool. And as you do, this guy opens the door and, like, walks around the corner just in time for you to warp to where he was a second ago.
Well, that works.
And you see, like, a bunch of people running up this staircase at the other side.
Okay. Now we are in business. Any idea what we're looking for down here, Lucius?
Would the memory have told me something?
I guess I should be checking these rooms with my clairsentience first.
Yeah, your clairsentience is telling you that there are people, like, in this hallway that you're in as well, just round the corner, still on alert. In fact, you could probably hear them talking into the radios occasionally, like, what's the situation? What, in the pond? It's not even 9 p.m.
Like, it was a foregone conclusion that it would happen eventually. Alright. I will get a good lay of the land with my clairsentience. It'll take, I think, 10 minutes.
I'll explore while you do that. I can't go through the
that's
doors,
true.
but maybe.
Well, if you do the hallways, then I can do the doors. Where can I go that I'm just going to be able to hide? like looking around my immediate area, is there any just fucking closet or a
Yeah,
cardboard box
There'd,
or?
there'd be some lockers in here, in fact. Lockers is something I can and would have added if I'd not got a bit lazy at this section.
Okay, well then I will split myself into a locker, and well, really, what's happening is I am walking around the place and then rewinding time, and then walking around in a different place and rewinding time. But effectively,
Freeze!
I
Freeze! Gut shot.
so
You're the motherfucking Prince of Persia.
He is the Prince
Yeah.
of Persia.
so I'll check the room since Lucius can check the hallway.
I checked this hallway. Doesn't seem to be useful, but I think I'll need a stealth check to go through here, right?
Yes, correct. You'd need a stealth check to technically just walk past there, really.
Well, I was wondering if he's taking 10 minutes and I can take 1 second, 1 second, 1 second, and go
Yeah.
slowly and
So,
stealthy.
just one straight up, it'll be fine.
By 6.
Yeah, no problem.
Up.
Huh?
No, I'm just realizing something as both player and character, and now I need to go back. So another stealth check?
No, you're fine. You would have been able to explore this region and get back past him.
Okay. So I get past back past those two troopers and I get behind Guy. I come out of the shadows to reset my timers and I say, the other side just leads to a door. I think we gotta go through this door. There's
Guy, you feel like you can teleport 6 meters south and be safe. You actually got to go through 2 doors.
That's fine. I can go through 6 doors.
Go through 600 doors, probably.
I'm counting my clairsentience as being secondhand. I hope that's fair.
Yeah, I like that. That's fine.
Success by 10. Wow, that's been my number tonight.
Really has. It's not a broken macro, is it?
It is not broken macro.
Looks
Gotta
good,
hope.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. Wow, glad I didn't roll that for the actual war.
way to go.
Essentially, you're at the top of a very long staircase that I feel like you'll probably start going down.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I put this in just for fun, but I'll just... It's a very long staircase. I'll drag you to the bottom of it quickly.
Like quarter mile long or like 100 yards long?
I think it's about a fifth of a mile.
Yeah.
It curls a lot. And then, yeah, you get to this. And, like, Lucius has probably been checking the corners, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, you check this corner and see that there's a dude at the bottom of it.
I rest my hand behind and then in order for Guy to stop and take a step back into the hall and just motion my head as in saying they're up ahead.
Okay. By now, you've definitely been dragged out of that lake. Like, what was happening? And he's just, like, dazed as he comes out, and he's like, oh, we were, like, making out too hard. Like, don't worry about it, dudes.
Oh, that went up. That all went surprisingly well. For us planned.
You get brought some towels and stuff to try and dry off Sigrid. They'll even show you to a selection of spare clothes that you could change into if you wanted to. None of them quite as nice as what you were wearing, but all dry. Or do you just
Yeah.
want to dry off naturally in the garden?
Did she get even more photos of her? And her
You know
popularity
what?
go up?
Oh,
Let's dry off naturally in the garden.
Cool. Did you take all your clothes off and hang them over things?
Yeah, just go over to this bush, take the dress off.
The flash intensifies from the press that's gathered here at the border.
To have lost track of Sigrid at a very terrible time to lost track.
Look over at, what, Tenzin or Chosen?
Tenzin.
Tenzin. The Bond Brisk!
Like, yeah. And he's looking at his entourage, and they're looking back. A couple of them are shaking their heads, a couple of them are nodding. And he unzips his tracksuit and walks over to the bush. Oh god. He stretches over to the bush. He does not. He throws his tracksuit over it, takes his trousers and boxers off. And he's stood there in the nude with Sigrid. He turns and faces all the paparazzi.
Hey, security guys. I think Tenzin and my sister are getting naked on the back.
They were about to start running as you started saying something to them. They had their hands to their ears.
And did they bail?
And they bail, and I think quite a few people arrive at the entrance to the back garden.
All right, I'm using this opportunity to search the other rooms.
The upstairs ones.
Yeah, do I know where Tenzin's room, or like where like an office is or something?
Yes, upstairs, southeast is the main office.
I will go that way if you know I've been here before, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Luke, I have a question, and it might be somewhat important.
Okay.
Is this all being broadcast live? Is there like a live feed?
There are probably 2 live feeds right now. Yes.
Are either of them Sigrid?
One of them is likely Sigrid right now, yes.
What are the chances that Hannah is watching that one?
Fairly low.
Okay.
Did you tell her you were coming here tonight?
Also, she hates
Yes.
this kind of stuff.
Okay, then
Yes,
the chances
but-
have gone from fairly low to... I need to hear the buts.
When it starts circling the news and the I was naked with Tenzin, I might be having girlfriend problems.
You might be.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. This could become important
play-
fast.
You can play that off as I was wet.
Heyo.
Yeah, but I'm also terrible at lying, and I fell off the thing with Tenzin, and he's going to like, yo, dude, we were making out so hard on the balcony, we fell off!
Yeah, think about the interviews that Tenzin's going to be giving to all, and what he's going to be. You've got a new request on my page. Tenzin wants to say that he's in a relationship with you.
I completely failed my search check, so I find nothing.
No, it's all nonsense. There's some real fancy shit. Ancient looking artifacts and things.
I'm gonna pull my camera out and just start taking photos
Cool.
after I realize I'm failing.
Like, ugh, I'll just take a picture of everything. Look through the pictures later. You've actually got photography,
Well,
haven't you?
This is art.
Cool.
Yes. But that should take me like 10 or 15 minutes, so go ahead.
Yes, in the garden where there is a nude Sigrid, nude Tenzin. Violet, you're probably just arriving there as well at this second, having run down from the balcony.
Sounds good. I don't actually know where that is, though.
It's where you are, you mean?
Correct.
I'll drag you. Bring everyone back to the balcony briefly.
Yeah.
And I, Mila, Ray, Chozon, and Jack Mawson have gathered at the garden entrance, and Mila screams, Sigrid! Put some clothes on! What are you doing?
Point at one of the serving people and just be like, "Bring me clothes
One of them
and
just holds out a
fresh
towel,
whiskey." Is she?
and the other one hands you another bottle of whiskey. Like, someone had been waiting with the whiskey at the side of the pond this entire time. He walks down from upstairs. What are you saying, Violet?
The service here really is good. Like,
Yeah.
no complaints.
For the price, you would hope so. Trust me. The Nirvana by the hour butler service.
But somebody was about to yell at somebody.
Yeah, the yelling intensifies. What are you thinking? What are you doing? Oh my god. Why? This is...
Hey, what?
Yeah, I see that. Why were you in the pond in the first place?
We fell off balcony.
What were you doing in a precarious place on the balcony?
Why you ask me such obvious questions?
Like, we were making out, Miss Dunning. I'm really sorry.
Elbow him.
Oh!
Elbow him.
He like, ooh! You wind him, and he's doubled over, clutching his belly. One of security, like, reaches his hand out, and another member of security catches that guy's hand. Checks his head at him.
Do not get involved. Do not get involved.
Sigrid. She just points over at all the press, at the camera that's pointing it over in this direction right now. Sigrid, we're on live TV. People all over the island, probably all over the world, are watching you nude right now.
Oh. Well, I hope they like what they see.
She just face palms.
Let's go get close.
Tenzin, like, yeah, like my dad's over there. He looks pretty pissed too. Oh my god, I think you broke my rib.
Oh, it's gonna go intercept
Hush.
the camera.
You fight.
It's like...
All right, show's over.
Blocking the camera. Like,
Yeah, then I'll just let Mila drag me away towards clothes.
You get yourself dressed up in a pretty good dress.
We're letting the parents abduct their children.
And is it time for another break? How many breaks have we had?
One.
Should we have another break?
Followed by a break-in.
I mean, usually we base that around your bladder.
Yeah, we do usually. It's all right a minute.
Okay, then we can keep going.
Having a break-in then.
Keep going.
Yeah, let's keep going. Any other scenes above ground before we switch back to the mole men?
Oh, does Lily find anything?
No, she was just taking pictures.
Okay.
But I assume she moves on to another location shortly after that.
Sorry, me?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, until security finds me. I'm weird camera girl, don't you know that?
Oh,
But yes.
ow. Sorry, my knee. I need to take some more painkillers soon. Alright, let's look below ground. Sorry for everyone that's about to get pinged into darkness. For the sake of Guy and
We're taking a
Lucius.
break.
No, that was called off, unless you'd like one.
No.
So you're at the top of the last flight of stairs down. There is a bloke down there looking up. Or, well, not really looking up. He's kind of just glances up occasionally. Mostly just
Oh.
stands leaning against the wall.
Right. We're not. Do they remember when you stopped doing your thing? Lucius? Everoth?
He's muted.
Can you guys hear me? Oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I was saying, what was the question, sorry?
Do they notice when you stop doing your thing?
No.
I don't. Okay. Uh,
They have no
don't
memory
think
of having been possessed, but if they suddenly feel like they've moved a few meters, that is confusing to them.
yeah, that's why I stood in the same place as before, as if the guy would have just nodded off.
Okay. Well, you wanna do this?
Mm-hmm. But I need range. Can you get me behind him?
Well, you can
Uh,
pretty much just sneak towards him.
Okay, then I'll give you a sneak check then.
I'll take just one. You can spend a second heading down each step.
I'd even argue that it's even better odds that this guy doesn't notice because his job is to guard an unchanging empty stare.
That is,
So I use the stair shadows
Yep.
to remain unchanged.
and it's pretty dimly lit already, so he just has no idea that you're there, and you can get right next to him.
No, okay. And here we go. Because we need him to open the door.
Oh wow. You got him.
Okay. I'll do it while under him. So, I'll wave my hand to give Yi the it's all right, and then I turn to the door to open it and go with him
Mm-hmm.
once he gets close.
Check the other side of the door with my clairsentience first.
You don't think there's anyone in there?
Okay. I'll tap him on the shoulder.
I'll open the doors. Or wait, no wait, should we not give any trace, just teleport with you? Or should we just risk it and open the doors?
Let's open the doors for now. I
Okay.
don't like teleporting blind and all.
I am remembering all the codes that I need to open these doors, Luke.
Give me an
Minus
IQ
one.
check.
Minus how many?
Just -1. Sorry. Your palm print will open all these doors. This guy's possessed palm print will open these doors.
Okay, use my palm print so that we can get through this series of doors while still stick to his.
You know that there's
shoot.
a guy in this room. You also know that this is the transit room.
What about the vault? Where's the vault?
Oh, the vault. Right. Yeah, no, that's in this room that you're in now. I forgot entirely that you were looking for a vault. This room has a big built-in vault majiggy.
All right. Well, this is what we need.
E does not know how that vault's opened because it's not part of his job.
Who would know, or whose fault is this?
It's
Tenzin's.
Tenzin's, yeah.
Shit. And none.
Is there an
nobody would
obvious
have the security
lock?
codes.
It seems to have a gigantic combination lock. It's like stylized.
I mean, what are we talking for lockpicking?
Probably -8-ish.
I'll be rolling that on an
bad
8.
serendipity.
Wait, do I have any sort of keys or anything on this guy's equipment that could help me on that lockpick?
No, just, security gear.
And this is the sort of vault that if you fail, they're gonna notice, right?
Not
No,
necessarily.
hold on. Serendipitously, this guy is an amateur lockpicker and brought his lockpicks. Like he keeps them on his like little security guard. I'm more important than I actually am belt.
All right. Yeah, I'll take a serendipity for this guy that Lucius possessed to have brought along a bunch of safe cracking gear.
Oh,
Or utility belt
excellent.
has
There you go.
on it, including
Uh,
that.
At least, yeah, things that can be used as safe cracking gear.
I
Got
can
a
work with
stethoscope. He's got a stethoscope.
it. Or one of
Uh,
those hearing amplifying devices.
Hearing
That's a
aid.
stethoscope. Yeah. Oh,
Uh,
or that. As I am also trained in lockpick, is this the sort of thing that I can support Lucius on? Like work together?
I think you'd maybe just need to roll it yourself.
Okay.
okay.
Unless Lucius is also trained in lockpicking.
I am.
Mm.
I have a 16.
And I have a 14.
In that case, yes, you can give Lucius a +1 to his lockpicking.
There you go. Take a +1.
Okay, so I'm just sticking with the guy over here because I am in the shadow, but we will technically be at the vault. Sorry, how much you said I got to the roll?
I'm giving you a +1, and you've got the tools, which hopefully will remove at least some of the bonuses or negatives.
So, to see if it's has got any kind of alarm system, you'll need a traps check as well.
Traps check. I
I
don't
do
have
not have
those.
traps.
But the guy that I'm possessing has a traps check.
He does have
can use
traps. Yeah, roll 3d6.
Okay, I'll
I
use
also have electronics operations security, which might. more
I
applicable.
will also take that.
Okay, I roll 11.
He knows that there are some measures to alert if the safe's opened.
Okay, so I'll do my best with the tools and the +1 from Guy. How much? What's my total roll if I take like another fatigue point to better my odds? What could be my total?
It's going to take 10 minutes anyway. By spending fatigue, you can't get another bonus. But you can be rolling against an 18. No, because
Jesus,
the
wait.
penalty.
Why am I not just teleporting in there?
I don't know. Do you say this after like you've all been getting set up?
Yes.
Get everything
I'll
laid,
say it out loud.
and then
How do you
teleport in
want us?
there.
How do you? Oh,
I can look in there with my clairsentience first to make sure that, I'm not going to teleport into something.
Yeah, you can feel that you'd succeed in a teleport check if you tried hard enough.
It'd be a lot easier to crack from the inside.
Preparation time, I'll take 30 seconds. We're not in a rush. And second hand, zoop. Success by 17. I think I make it.
Yeah, I think that might be a crit. What?
3, 2, 1.
If you were rolling against a 15 or higher? No, a 16 or higher. Which you probably weren't.
I was rolling against a 15
So not a crit.
because it's just my IQ.
But, Lee,
Is there actually anything here?
there is a safe
there
in
is.
there. Yeah, that you can ignore that. I did not add safe to map because I'm a numbnuts.
Okay.
But Violet, I'm guessing all the alerts on that system are set to automatically be reviewed by you. But there is a major alert of intrusion in safe by unknown.
We'll attempt to suppress that.
Uh,
You just set off something big. Try not to do that again.
Sorry.
give me a I feel like this is a contest, Violet. I'll just
Yeah,
take the
that's fair.
mental whammy.
Absolutely.
Ooh, wow.
And Great roll. You might need to get out of there. Wait, that's the keep the 15. I clicked the wrong button anyways, but the 15 is the important bit.
Not a great roll.
Yep.
So you definitely suppress it, but you saw that it got exported to logs somewhere, and it'll be reviewed at some point in the future. Could be 1 second from now, could be 1 year from now.
Right. Yeah, I think that might have got through a little bit. You might want to hurry.
There's a shit ton of
Okay.
gold in this safe, for one thing. Bars, bullion. There are also several very ancient, small, statuesque objects. Too worn and faded to really see what they are, but they might be in animal shapes, potentially.
How much does a bar of gold weigh?
Oh, don't steal gold.
A pound.
I'll take. I'll grab a handful of those without like even looking at them so much as I take in the rest of it. Like what's here that isn't just him hoarding his wealth like a douchebag?
Give me a search check.
I can search.
Would you like to take extra time?
Don't look like you need to.
Hey, Luke, just so you know, a gold bar weighs like 12.4 kilos.
You get gold bars in lots of sizes.
Yeah, that's true.
I think an ingot is probably what you're thinking.
Yeah. Gold is heavy.
Yeah. Those 1 pound bars are not big bars. But they're still worth like 20 grand.
Yeah, perfect. Just slide a couple of them into my pocket.
There is a hidden panel that you locate and slide open. And inside there is a small, very old looking wooden box. Give me the higher of IQ or HT, please.
Oh, that's definitely going to be IQ.
Oh wow, I crit failed.
Ah, fuck you, wooden box.
Yeah, it's just a wooden box.
What's in the box?
Do you pop it open?
I mean, how could I not?
It's got 2 compartments inside that seem to seal pretty tightly with ancient leather that's, set into the box to make a somewhat watertight seal between these 2 sections. One of them seems to contain a couple of teeth and some bits of bone, and the other has got some chunky ashes in it.
How big is the box?
Like the size of a travel Scrabble box.
Oh.
An iPhone in its packaging.
Yeah. Okay.
There will also be a secure data drive in there. Always a secure data drive.
Yeah, of course. Okay, I'll snag the data drive. Violet, what do you think?
It's of a format that doesn't exist yet.
I think you need to not steal anything. If they don't have any reason to review the tapes, they won't.
Well, how else are we going to get the info off of this data drive?
Fuck.
Can you loop Lillian? See what she thinks?
Mhm. but Violet loops the group in.
Yep.
So what do you guys think? Like I've got a box of some sort of, it's a reliquary is what it is. And I've got a data drive of a format that doesn't exist yet, but I can probably get the information off of it if I get it to a computer.
Lucius, roll me the higher of IQ or HT, please. And carry on, Guy.
No, I want everybody's input. What do you guys think?
By 9.
Cool.
Lucius will say with the link. I think that this is what we're looking for. Don't think we're actually trying to steal from this guy anything more than we just need.
I mean, it could just be
Like-
his ancestor. Like, he might have grandpa on the safe.
Leave spooky box of teeth and stuff alone. Like, that seems like bad voodoo shit.
Audrey, roll me the higher of IQ and HT and include any mental shield that you might have.
Oh dear. All right.
Cool. Everyone's kicking that boxer's ass.
So she does have mental shield though. So if a mind just attacked her, it's got the trapping thing on it.
Oh, yeah. The box is trying to communicate.
Guys,
What's up?
I was just attacked.
By who?
I think the box, or it tried to make contact with me.
Scary
So-
box.
It's alive?
Leave the scary box alone.
Yeah,
Well,
let's focus on the job.
communication isn't the same as attack.
I mean, it kind of is.
Okay, I'll close the box and pocket the jump drive or whatever it is.
Cool. Radio. I will also let you know that you could snatch a replica of that drive, such that until it's actually checked,
Oh,
it'll appear to still
yeah.
be there. But as soon as you snatch something else, it'll disappear.
Yeah, but I can hold off on that for a little while.
Yeah, if you can give yourself a couple of weeks, we are snatching something.
Yeah, I find a very good replica of that
Yeah, you do.
drive.
Couldn't he snatch a computer that can read it or copy it?
Yes.
You fucking could
Wait,
do
Yes,
that.
I can.
Well, he may have-
Except
Alright,
thematically, like that's the way the power works, but thematically, that's not the way it works for Guy.
I'm thinking you snatched a good enough copy that it's actually a full copy.
That'd
Is that a
But you-
work.
crit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. That's still one away from being a crit. It's the third time I've rolled a 6.
It's a success by 7.
Oh wait, that was dexterity.
Oh yeah, what are you
No,
rolling
I was
against
supposed
for?
to roll. It's supposed to be IQ. So
Okay,
it's 2 higher than that. So
success,
success
by
by
9.
9.
It's definitely a very good copy.
It is an amazing copy. It's probably even got some of the original data on it, but corrupted.
No, that's fine. Well, them think that they have some sort of a problem.
Mm-hmm. Until you snatch something else.
Until I snatch something else, in which case they're just going to be confused as fuck.
If they even check this place in the next couple of weeks, yeah.
Yes.
Scary box, get out of there while you can.
Yeah, all right.
Sigurd's naked show is, or Red's naked show is drawing to a close.
Wait, isn't Morrison supposed to be down here?
Supposedly.
Mawson's
was
in the
up- he was
garden
up
right
here,
now,
actually.
staring at Sigrid.
Sigurd's naked show might have worked too good.
Okay. 2D, think real hard. Is there anywhere else that we need to go down here?
Uh, can I use the memory to see what else is on this layout from this guy's memory?
Yeah. Give me an IQ -1. He walked through here very recently.
Oh, on the nose.
So to the north, it's just a series of secure rooms. Some of them store arms for security, in case of like full-blown attacks and things like that. There is access to the high-speed VIP transit tube, and there's the elevator back up to that basement level you arrived on.
I tell Guy, there's an elevator going up to the basement level, and there is the fast VIP transit tube.
Yeah, okay, let's just go back up the stairs then. You can leave your puppet behind where he's supposed to be.
They are a person, even if I am borrowing them for a second.
Borrowers. Body
Okay,
borrower.
so it's a ride. Whatever you want to call it. Let's go.
Let's argue later about this. Now is not the time. But I, if possible, Key, I would like you to help me leave this guy, like on the same position that he was before you kind of like teleport us away to run upstairs.
I think you'd probably just walk up the stairs. I would just dragging you for quickness' sake.
Oh, okay. So I leave the guy at the same spot that I left him.
Yeah, I mean, even if he's like looking a slightly different direction, he's going to attribute it to the utter boredom of his job.
Yes, that's the
It's
idea.
like, oh my god, at least time's going by quick.
Well, you'll make it.
He just nodded off.
What?
He thinks he just nodded off for a minute.
Yeah, pretty
Or even
much.
just zoned out.
You'd be fine. Well, after everyone's dried off and it kind of calms down a bit, back upstairs, Chozon would ask everyone to the ballroom so they can start the actual point of the party and things like that.
Did you need any more stealth rolls or anything, or search rolls or anything?
Give me another search roll, yes, please, because you've still got Tenzin's bedroom that you can check out while that's going on.
Made it this time.
Oh yeah, success by 1. You can see he's got a couple of spare / old phones that he's just left in his bedside table. He's got a little black book of phone numbers and names.
Phones are going into my purse, the black book. Taken. And what else?
You find something that you're not sure where it is. If you got electronics operation media or current affairs tech,
Pop culture.
pop culture might get you.
Your operation. Pop culture, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
show me that. It'd be about
Nope.
Nah. You're not sure where it is. It looks like a weird head massager, but it comes with a bunch of little cartridges that can be attached to it, and he's labeled them, handwritten. A couple of them look like they've actually got blood on them, and the labels say things like "girl." One of them says like "bank robbery" on it.
Purse that all those as well.
You're just robbing it all.
I mean, yeah.
Okay. Doesn't matter if things go missing from Tenzin's bedroom, but if they go from safe, you're in trouble.
This is the kid, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, totally.
Alrighty.
And then I will bamf down once the announcement is said.
Yeah, just as Mila's saying to Sigrid, like, where's Lily? Have you seen Lily?
She's still dressed.
Everything went black.
Did it?
Oh my god. Roll20 is having a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, I feel like this new dynamic lighting is way less efficient than the old one was. I may just turn dynamic lighting off. I think we've used up its
Yeah.
usefulness.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've already explored the map a little bit, so. And this way the rest of us can see what they're looking at.
You may
Okay.
need to refresh.
We're on the wrong map.
You're on the wrong map.
I am now on the bowling alley, or on the skating rink.
Well, that's where the you may need to refresh comes in.
Oh. You may need to refresh.
There we
You may need to refresh. Okay.
And I think now is a good time for a break because we've reached that time. It's arrived. So we'll be right back in about 5 minutes.
Cool.
And we are back.
Because she has one.
Sorry, Lee. Lily already
Nope.
knew about the secret train because she has a...
Rich family.
Metro Pass.
Ah, right. Yeah, there is almost definitely one of them underneath Dunning Medical.
Exactly.
In any kind of hindsight, I could say that there's one of them underneath Dunning Medical, and Lily's probably had to ride it, even, as part of, like, you know, up-to-date safety training.
I hated it.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, it's pretty solid, like, 3Gs that you experience in that thing, so there's not much room to bounce around.
More like just get pinned to a wall,
Yup.
like everybody else.
Yup. So, everyone gets gathered into the ballroom, or just about everyone. I can't be bothered to move a bunch of tokens around. But Chozon will give a bit of a speech. They'll talk about what they've funded since last year, and a big part of it is actually Dunning Medical. And he has Mila up to speak, and you realise pretty quickly that's probably why she came. And she explains to everyone the strides that she's making. And Ray even steps up and shows off her arms and legs and some fancy new things that they've been able to do in just the last year.
Anything really cool?
She's got, like, beyond human dexterity in arms and legs now. She's essentially should be classed as a meta-human, Mila says, based on the speed that she'd be able to run with them legs and the weight she'd be able to lift with them arms.
Does the room have a polite chuckle about the ludicrous notion that would even be necessary? We're all rich, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there is indeed a chuckle about that, and like, it's just a human. But
I actually, Lily stares in like scary because she has seen that her mother fall over a carpet before.
yeah, you don't want this person like tripping on a bus and killing everyone on board it.
Yeah.
But there will be, you know, fairly raucous applause, clapter, as it is known, when she announces that missing limbs have essentially been cured on Nirvana.
Some.
Ooh.
And everyone's like, well, yes, that's amazing. But we've got to top it every year, so what are we buying this year? Lamar asks, and a fella who I did not make a token in time for, because I'm lazy, I like to do other things. will be led forward by Choson, and he'll say, "This is our current head of materials at the research center, Dr. Shi Dong," and he is a balding, middle-aged Chinese man. He's wearing his lab coat here. He is not dressed fancy at all. He looks like your typical, scientist who cares more about science than anything else. Chozon continues introducing him, saying that he is the person who has now perfected mass production capability for nanofilament wire.
Fuck.
Ooh.
And based on your research, and I understand that, Dr. Dong, you were only ever working on the nanofilaments for this one goal? And he, clears his throat. That's right, Chozon. So, now that this is possible, it will be trivial to produce a cable capable of holding a fixed object in geostationary orbit around the Earth from a location on Nirvana. I have detailed proposals, and a big, screen will drop down from the ceiling, lights will dim, PowerPoint presentation starts, and he presses a button of how
I'm gonna get a promotion at work. I'm taking notes.
Nirvana can become the first ever nation to create a space elevator. And a bunch of artists' mock-ups start flashing in this little video he's had made. And Chozon's nodding. He's like, "We're running out of room that we can safely house citizens in below ground. But there is nothing in the international sanctions against us that would draw any real risk from expanding in space. Many of us have long held that it's the next logical step for humanity, and we want to start doing it." Someone shouts across, "This is all well and good, but how much is it going to cost us?" And this chuckles. People are like, yeah. And he comes up with some stupid number, like 416 billion. And they're all just like,
What if you don't need rockets?
exactly, that's what Dong... He's like, claps, he says, yes, young lady, you're right. The money we'll save in the long term is substantial. The US has already spent 3 times that figure on its space program to date.
Sigrid raises her
asking,
hand.
what if
What
you
is
don't need-
space?
It's where the moon is.
Everyone applauds.
You want to go to moon?
Well, it will certainly make traveling to the moon a lot easier, yes.
Don't be silly. Only gods can go to moon.
Could go to the moon. It wouldn't be
That's
that
kind of what
hard.
they're getting at.
He presses a few slides. Well, Sigrid, based on our projections, you will be able to join the gods on the moon as soon as 2002. If we begin production this year. People start pulling out checkbooks, I think. Someone raises his hand immediately. It's Lala, the sus guy. And he is stood next to Lamar right now. And Lala says, what about laws up there? Are we talking Nirvana state codes, or are we talking free economic zones? And Chozon's like, that's yet to be decided. That will be put to public referendum, and citizenry will decide, and whoever ultimately will be living there should decide, honestly.
Sigrid will raise her hand again.
Aye.
And how this help the masses who live underground in blocks?
Less overcrowding.
Exactly.
So you just ship them up to space, to the moon,
No,
keep them out of...
we have it as an option for those who would desire it. Those who would desire it leaving leaves more space here. Of course.
I'm just being obstinate.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Like everyone's stared at Sigrid for a while. I'm just being obstinate, yeah.
Where did you learn that word?
I watch a lot of television. You know, you can turn the TV on while pounding... Never mind.
Pounding what?
I
Pounding
realized
what?
if I had a spacesuit, I could get up to space no problem.
Yeah, you could.
Plant a little flag with a tiny owl in it.
It'd take you a while to get to the moon still.
Yeah, a
Not
long
to the
while.
moon. I was just saying to space.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh no, yeah, to space. You could get there in like 5 minutes. Not even.
No,
How do
I
you
would just need
breathe
to
in
focus.
space?
I can
That's
do
the trick.
100. I can do 100 miles.
Oh yeah, no, instantly then. You can go to space
Yeah.
instantly.
I mean, I'd have to focus, but I'm gonna need to talk to these two doctor guys later.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting on the ground floor of this venture.
I want stock options, yo.
I mean, that's why they
Doctor
invited you
thing.
to the room.
And I'm kind of running out of energy for hardcore solo speeches and introductions, but this party will continue in this same vein. And there will be other things that they want to get funded that they will show you. There'll be other people giving presentations. Chozon will show off some metahumans. Oh, someone who is here that I've not introduced yet, that'll have a big chat, is Kate Gill, another founder, the person who made the island itself.
Oh, I saw that token and thought that would be somebody important.
Correct. She'd stand up and have a chat for a while. And she'd agree with Sigrid. Like, the blocks aren't big enough. I need to make them bigger, but it's, like, not safe down there. There's too much pressure above it. We can't go any deeper. Like, we need to start raising the seabed. Like, I know they'll notice, but I don't think, like, we should care. And I think we need to put it to the public. And, like, I'm going to start talking about that from now. So, like, I just wanted to warn you guys. It's not like we actually control the whole city and this weird cabal that meets once a year at this party.
Wait, you control the city in this cabal that meets once a year at this party?
Shut up, Sigrid. Rayon electro stuns you. Wipes your memories from the last 3 seconds.
But yeah, after speeches are done, I do actually want to talk to Shozan Doctor.
Yeah. I think before that, Mawson would probably approach Sigrid at some point. Yeah, as soon as he can, really. He'd just be like, hello.
Morrison.
Garth says hello. He wanted to come, but he couldn't make it. He has an invitation every year, but he's only been twice.
That's great.
You doing alright? Enjoying the party?
Yeah, I even been for a swim.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, and watch this. Sigurd will hold out the whiskey bottle and shake it.
Another one gets, like, put in your hand. He's like, oh yeah, I can't make him do that. Well done. Keeping your nose clean, yeah?
Sigurd will, like, rub her nose, like, is my nose dirty?
Nope. All good. And then he'll, like, head off eventually after eyeing up Violet a bunch.
Yeah.
And then, like,
They're gonna walk back over to Violet,
Lily.
like, scratch her nose, like, is my nose dirty? He asked me if I keep my nose clean.
It means, are you getting into trouble?
Of course I'm getting into trouble. Jack, of course I'm getting into trouble.
Oh,
Always.
He doesn't even turn around when you call that over. He speeds up as he hears you shout Jack. We should probably have a look at downstairs.
Didn't he just say Lily?
He did say Lily briefly as he walked past. She said, Lily,
Jackie.
you've been giving the security quite the runaround this evening.
It's funny as hell. Every damn year.
These guys are just trying to do the jobs, Lily.
Doesn't change the fact that it's funny as hell.
What'd happen if one of these years someone bust in and blew your mother's brains out against this ballroom wall while you were warping around like a stupid idiot?
Dramatic much there?
And then he hears, Jack, I'm causing trouble. And he's like, whatever, Dunning. I've got my eye on you. He like pulls down one eyelid. Raises up his sunglasses. Runs off as quick as he can. Oh, Leonard's here. Leonard will be giving a presentation about something or other. It's the condition I have, and we really need to spend more money on our tinning, the canning industry. We should be exporting more canned fishes. Please invest in Leonard's Tuna and Salmon Company. It's not salmon, he whispers to you. It's
I
just
hate listening to this guy talk. We should leave.
point taken.
Sigurd says, maybe a little louder than a whisper?
You see a teardrop of blood come out of his eye and roll down his face. He sniffs to keep his brain from falling out his nostrils. And yeah, let's look downstairs. You guys are at the top of this staircase. You can hear security buzzing around on the other side of both of these doors, just doing the thing. Say things like,
Oh yeah, I can teleport back up to like the porta potty.
oh yeah, you've been there, so that's no effort.
Within 100 meters for sure, right?
Yep. Easy.
And
you
hopefully
guys are
nobody will notice us both climbing out of the same porta potty.
Yeah, well, Lucius is a shadow.
Well, he should unshadow before we walk out of the porta potty. Just either he unshadows in there or he unshadows.
I can shadow away so
nowhere.
it doesn't look like we just came out of the porta potty together, because that would be
Okay,
weird.
fine.
Paparazzi around.
So yeah, he just unshadows out of some bushes and he just joins Dee as he walks by and makes it look natural. He even lights a cigarette as he had been around a long time ago.
I'm not going to ask for a roll. I'm sure you're fine. Everyone's watching this party in case Sigrid comes back out in the nude. And I think Tenzin's just been wearing like a super lush dressing gown for the rest of the party.
How attractive is he?
The highest before you become a god. It's pretty hot.
So
So
one
Sigurd.
before Transcendent.
Yeah.
I think very handsome. So Sigrid, are you gonna actually like make a move on that guy, or was that just for pretend?
No, I have girlfriend. Which,
Cool.
by the way, I'm probably going to need to talk to about that.
Are you not open?
Intruder detected. Carry on.
I not know? What mean open?
like allowed to date other people, see other people.
I know many get upset, even in Norway, about that.
Fuck.
Oh my god, that just killed me.
Same.
What?
I mean, yeah, that's usually the case here, but like sometimes people talk about it first.
Well, we've not talked about it.
Also, like, I didn't know if you were actually a couple or not. Yeah, you should talk to her.
I bet she at actually good party. By the way, this party's super lame. This party is really lame.
Oh, I
Rude.
mean, the parents are still here. Like, it's 10:30.
Great, we could probably catch Hannah's first set.
Looks back towards in the direction of the others. How's everybody doing?
I have 2 conversations I want to have. You guys can go whenever. Although, if you want to take some of this crap I stole, it would be used. Actually, no, it would be better if I kept it. Never mind.
Lily, let's do your conversations with the science guys.
Science guy, and I also wanted to talk to Kickstart about something because I know she made all the like canals, right?
She made everything. Like,
Yeah.
almost everything. Except for the newer above ground buildings, but she literally made every passageway underneath Nirvana.
Okay, cool. Because I did want to talk to her about something.
Cool. Going her first.
Whichever. Yeah.
Like, Lily, how are you doing? You okay?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you something. Like, maybe we could go somewhere a little more. Actually, is it pretty loud in here?
Fairly loud, and there's not that guy that close to you.
Okay. If that's the case, I'll be like, hey, do you mind if I ask you something on the down low?
Like, anytime. Go for it, Lily. Like, you can trust me. That
Like,
sounded
I've
suspicious.
I've been like booping around on Fairy Island lately,
Yeah.
and like there's all these underground chasms with like science labs and stuff in there. What do you know about that?
Like, yeah, I made... They had me make a load, like a shit ton of access tunnels. There's stuff all underneath Fairy Island. I think it's like all science gear. I did all that stuff when I was like 15, though. Can't really remember most of it. Some super deep elevators, though. I remember that. There's like at least 5 really, really deep elevators. And then like these little labs.
Like, and that's just like yeah, I was down in there, and there's some shady shit going down in there.
Like, fuck? Like government
You-
shit?
Like mutant experiments with brain slugs.
Oh my god, wait. Isn't that what, like, Tina was involved in?
Like yeah,
Like, shit. Someone should probably, like, check them out.
like I have been, but like we have problems and stuff whenever we go over there. Where, either we fight flesh monsters or some idiot makes a deal with a fairy to trade away his baby.
Like, oh
Normal
my
things.
god.
Innerly screaming right now.
Audrey cuts off Link to Lucius momentarily. Like, yeah, I'll talk to someone because, yeah, that's not safe. I mean, the fairy, I like, they tried to get me to deal with the fairy already, like about 5 years ago, and like I said, I've got nothing to do with the fairy. Like, that's not my deal.
You could like keep me in the loop about what you find out? That would be like,
Yeah, sure. Like, here, do you want my phone number?
sure, they'll trade information.
I'm not very busy these days. That's why I'm hoping they'll let me raise the seabed. Like, it'd give me at least a couple of years with something to do if I could make some more housing underground. And, like, I honestly think I could do a much better job than I could have 30 fucking years ago.
Like, I got an idea for you. Hit me up later, but what are your thoughts on secret layers?
She just winks at you and smiles.
She'll smile and wink back. Do that, kisses on the cheek thing that rich people do.
Mm-hmm. General rich people stuff.
Yeah. I'll try to sneak in with a scientist when he's not busy.
Mm-hmm. He is quite busy. Everyone wants to talk to him tonight, but you managed to glide and force your way in and get a sneaky chat with him. It's like, young lady. You had some astute observations during the presentation.
Like, yeah, I'm very astute and whatever. So, I actually had, like, a question or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I'll do my best to answer it.
If you didn't, like, need a rocket or whatever to get that tether up into space, how much money would that save off of that price tag?
He thinks for a couple of seconds. Somewhere between 1 and 400 million.
I mean, like, she's gonna pull out a card for her and says, I can teleport to space or whatever. So if you need some help or whatever, hit me up. I can work for dock options or what have you.
His eyes go wide. I will give this to the person who is arranging things. Yes. You can carry a lot.
Be able to. I can carry about. My record so far is about 320 pounds ish.
He nods. This is very good. Yes, absolutely. I will keep this card. Thank you.
Me. Then I warp home to get the stolen things off, out of my bag or not home, to base,
Coy. And yes, I am out of juice for most scenes now, but are there any that anyone wanted in particular?
I think it's a wise idea that maybe I should talk to Hannah.
Okay,
Agreed.
so you are indeed heading to Hannah's show that was taking place tonight.
Yeah.
Cool. It is a Friday night. She's almost definitely playing a show somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I should definitely go talk to her.
I did want a quick chat with you as Tenzin, though. He'd notice that you're
Oh, yeah.
on your way out, and he'd be like, oh, hey, you're leaving, like, so soon? Do you know of, like, a sick after party or something? Because this thing will suck into the early hours of the morning. I was gonna bust out and go to this sick club. I wondered if you wanted to come, but, like, if you know of a better place.
I go to whatever the name of the place Hannah's playing.
Like, I haven't heard of it. Is it gonna be tight?
How your rib?
It's alright. Like, I'm definitely gonna get a bruise. Don't do that again, please, by the way.
Yeah, you come with me, you get many more bruises.
He squints.
You can see him making the
Yeah,
the
he's weighing it up.
calculation.
Nah, but if you change your mind, me and the Brajas will be at club exclusive, like at the top of Capitalism Tower.
Yeah,
Willie
sounds
sends
like
owls.
To club exclusive.
sounds like my kind of club.
And then he'll do the rich people kiss you on both cheeks, or at least try to, and hopefully not get his wrists broken. You've seen
Yeah, I
it.
think that's a new one. I think Sigurd is still like, what?
Yeah, you flinch as it happens, but you've seen it happen to everyone at this party. It's probably already
Okay.
happened to you a couple of times at this party. Excuse me, sorry. Well, Lucius and Guy, were there anything else you wanted to do here before making your escape?
I guess we pack the camera and everything, and we start heading out. Don't think we have to do anything, right?
No?
Yeah, no. In fact, slipping out without doing anything is probably the best plan.
Rightio.
Lucius lights a cigarette while they're doing everything and follows Key around as if he would, as a good cameraman.
And then you make your way back to the office.
I do want to make one more phone call because I realized I never answered my phone after I got the phone call from Cheese Girl.
Oh, yeah, yeah. It was just a text saying, like, I love you, babe. Thank you so much. And crying emojis. Or
babe.
emoticons. And you ring it, you say.
I will reply text back. Just I'm babe now. Awesome. Winky face.
She just replies, like, I'm not worthy. I love you. You are everything. I've already gone up a place on the message board. And so have you. Like, you're in X now.
Awesome.
Uh-huh.
How's it?
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I didn't feel the need to escalate at this event massively.
I mean, sometimes a thing like this is good.
Yeah, that was spy stuff.
Spy stuff.
So Lily, do your parents make you drink bottled water?
Like, what?
Like, do you drink bottled water or tap water?
Off the top of your head, Lily, Mila has often insisted that bottled water is a scam and tap water's more than good enough for you.
Usually do carbonated, but what?
Okay, that's a good sign. That was. We should stop drinking tap water. There's something in it.
You're like, okay.
I'm going to tell the others when we get together next, but I figured I was worried your moms might have been in on it, but it sounds like they aren't, which is good.
Lol.
I will say goodbye to moms before I go.
Moi, stay safe. Can't believe you actually showed up. Hope you had a good time. Can't believe Sigrid did
I had
that.
a good time. I watched Sigrid make a fool of herself, broke into a bunch of places, stole things, usual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She says, ironically.
Sigurd also learned a new path to power. Definitely talking to Violet about we need to get on social media.
We will make that happen. Absolutely.
I already popular. Also, I should probably finish learning to read.
That might help with the internet.
That's a good one.
I mean, I don't got anything else. Does anyone else have anything else?
No, not really. Going back to the thing and start looking at how to, because even though the technology isn't invented yet, the data structure is probably fine to be read by modern computers. You know.
You could probably
So-
get to it. It'll just take a little bit of engineering because you might have to make the adapter.
That's kind of what I figured.
Um,
It won't have the transfer rate that I would that it would have natively, but that's not even that big of a deal.
last bits of information. Those things that Lily snagged and dropped off. Audrey and Guy and potentially Lucius might recognize what they are with current affairs or electronics operations media roles.
I got computers operations. Could that help? Keith?
Not just computer operation. But that could help Guy when you're decrypting, if you wanted to get in on that. And Audrey absolutely knows what they are. They are senses. So actual recordings of someone else's sensory inputs.
Oh, sweet. Those are senses.
ETLs.
I hadn't realized they'd actually
EDs.
figured out the recorders yet. That's neat.
Getting a brain dance going.
And it is absolutely like proprietary tech. This you can see it's straight up been nabbed from the research lab, but a lot of the actual cartridges seem to be cyberjacked, hacked together pieces of garbage.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have some pretty creepy names on them.
Yeah, I was gonna say these are like the VHS that you see with a handwritten label on them in somebody's like TV
The
cabinet.
ones that have blood on them. Yeah.
Yeah, one of them did have blood on it.
You don't want to experience dying.
And I think the one with the blood on it has got the creepiest label of all, which is just 11th birthday party.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did they call those in Strange Days?
I don't
Does
know.
anybody remember?
I don't know.
Squid. Squid record.
There's a movie, I think it must be 80s, that the entire concept is around these things, and I have seen it.
Strange Days, 1995, was directed by Catherine Bigelow, and it was written by James Cameron.
It's probably that. I hope so, because I've been trying to
it is.
remember this film for...
And it's actually really good.
Cool. Well, that's about enough
I
digestion.
highly recommend it.
Thank you.
Highly recommend it.
Thank you. I think we'll be good to skip a few days as well, so that we can finally have a week of downtime for your characters to catch up on projects.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna try one thing
Yep.
off camera.
Mhm.
I am gonna coax the information that Laura is pregnant from Lara when we're hanging out,
Okay.
and then I am going to manipulate her into saying I will be the godmother.
Okay.
There's a method to my madness.
Awesome.
So let's skip right up, like an entire week and a bit, to Monday, February 22nd.
So it'll be 2 weeks till the anniversary?
It will now only be a couple of weeks till the anniversary, yep.
Cool.
And also, it'll give you 2 weeks of downtime to play with in the time use sheet.
Nice. It's a stupid minor aside, but it's funny, so I want to tell them. Violet will let you know the way that they were tracking us, their security system was tracking shit that they put in the water.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
The Nirvana government is legit putting shit in the water to track its citizens.
Suddenly very, very happy that it wasn't able to pull up any information on me.
Mm-hmm. The reason they freaked out for Sigrid is apparently like you just absorb it, like it doesn't track you. You eat it.
Because it's a form of toxin, so I
Mhm.
just
Exactly.
It is ejected from your body, useless. It also wouldn't work on Myas because he doesn't go anywhere near a tap.
But in
Oh,
the
poor
future,
Myas.
you might want to drink water bottles.
And yeah, I feel sorry for Myas. He's just perving on everything all this session. Myas special
Maybe go
episode
away.
next week.
Even odds, the warrior clonked out.
Either that or he's taking a dump in the shower while he shaves.
I would categorize that as clonked out.
Yeah,
form
and
of checked out.
probably good to call it before, since we're missing 1.5 people.
Correct. Intruder detected, however.
Been there for a while.
Yeah, I think it has. Oh shit, it's causing tsunamis. We're the Kobold Cafe. We will be back on Thursday with a brand new game.
Was that pause a cue
Yeah.
for me to talk? Okay.
No, I died.
Yeah, it's still in GURPS 4th edition. It's called Little Ages. It's Lilliputian post-apocalyptic, which is not quite as weird as it sounds.
It's gonna be so good. I wish I could join every session, but I'm just gonna have to settle for every occasional session.
Sorry, Luke.
Don't be sorry. It's gonna be good. I will watch every session, and everyone should, because it's gonna be amazing. And then we'll be back next Friday with more of this. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye. Do I have a post-credit scene? I do. I do have a
okay.
post-credit scene, which is what you might have seen had I had been in a slightly different mood today. And it is the sky. You can see the sun setting in the horizon. You can see for miles and miles. It's open ocean. But directly below us is Nirvana. And in fact, if you look even closer directly below us is a tiny little, subjectively, little manor house nestled in the hills near the research centre. And someone is suspended up here, a few kilometres up in the air, looking down, his cape whipping around him. As he frowns, his eyes glow lightly as he stares down there. And then we had loud crack, bang, he disappears, flying away at several times the speed of sound. American flag whipping on his cape.
Major douchebag!
Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye bye.
Right.